There we are. There we are. There I am. Hello, humans. Welcome to Power Report Live. This is episode 49 of your Power Report. I'm Dan from the Internet. Welcome to this Thursday edition, Power Report Live, as I think I just said. I believe I just said. But yeah, this is going to be a good one. I'll be joined by Caesar in just a moment. We made it Ceez. And we're going to be doing a lot of the things, I mean, of course, assuming there's no, mad breaking news, which tends to happen in our case sometimes. But assuming there's no mad breaking news, we're gonna get to a lot of the stuff I didn't unfortunately get to during the last episode, where we did a lot of coverage surrounding the end of the January 6 hearings. And so one thing we'll be doing in that regard, let me get my rundown up here. Also, chat, talk, feel free. Want to hear how you're doing, what you're doing. Make a Twitch account if you don't have one already. Want to talk to you, want to hear how you're doing. Want to hear how your day's going. Just talk about each other's days. There will be times where, I'll just be kind of chilling out for my own sanity and for everyone else's, and I'll just be playing some video games, and we'll just be kind of talking. But we're going to be starting with some news. We'll start with some funny stuff here. And I do have some funny clips here while I'm beginning. But thankfully I don't have to segue any longer because I think Ceez is here. Let me just get him set up. Ceez, how you doing? What's good? I've managed to make you not live. So you'll be on in just a moment. So get out all those terrible things you usually say before we go live. Trust me, I'm not recording or anything. That'd be too smart of me to remember. So really just started 2 minutes ago, so you didn't miss too much. I will ask all the how you doing shit once set up in OBS, which will be in 3, 2, 1. Skis, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Cool. Here's Caesar, everyone.
Hey.
So, let us discuss how you feeling? Like in the Jerry curls we got going on here.
Thanks, man. It's all about, shout out my boy Jerry out here. I've been good, just day-to-day things taken care of, day-to-day struggles as we all are in this country. Trying to convince myself the recession is real, unlike my president. Man, just day-to-day, man.
Not hard to convince yourself. I could pull up the article in just a second.
No.
But
I listen to 46. I don't know about you. 46 is my dog.
it's I whatever drugs they're putting Joe Biden on to believe the economy's doing fine or whatever, give me some of those. Those would be great.
Those that he was like this in the video?
I mean, both Biden and Trump are looking kind of horrendous today.
They both of their Botox was wilding. The Botox they both got was just off the chain.
Oh my god! If you could chat message me, if you can find those on Twitter and chat message me so I could bring them up while I vamp a little bit, that would be awesome. Because I think we need to compare that for the audience a little bit just on screen here. But yeah, for those of you in chat, let us know how you're doing. Let us know how your days were. I did say I was gonna bring my rundown up here, and I was correct. We're gonna be talking about the Democrat shadow primary. We can speculate to some people who might throw their hat into the ring if sleepy Uncle Bo talks Joe Biden decides not to run again, and he's been going here, going there. I have some excellent Schadenfreude about Kyle Kulinski and how his fans are tearing him a new a-hole over yet another Joe Rogan defense video. This is a brand new one this week. I'm not recycling old content here. I didn't get a chance to even upload and fish through the last PowerPoint episode and go to the old video and clip that out before Homeboy posts another one. So we're gonna go through that banger. And real talk, not enough people are talking about the Britney Griner thing, and then right wingers are starting to turn this into a really ghoulish sort of effort where Charlie Kirk essentially, and I'm willing to stick my neck out and say this, Charlie Kirk is effectively saying that Britney Griner should rot indefinitely in a Russian jail.
Hmm.
It's not too far to go off of that. We'll get the tweets in a moment. But we have a lot to talk about, just general news overall. I am really excited. Hopefully there's a cat appearance. There are often cat appearances on the stream.
Actually, speaking of that, right here, waiting
Look at
her
that.
spot.
Look at that. Let me. Oh.
Is that the camera? No.
She's in the camera. She's in the camera.
She knows her labor laws. She's not down. I messaged you on Discord this wonderful picture of Joe Biden off the Yowzer Bubs, as Bam would say.
Oh hell yeah. Let me open that up real fast.
Joe Biden went from Sleepy Joe to Woke Joe. My man is up right now. He's on all. I think Joe Biden's low-key sponsored by Ghost pre-workout. You know, he's getting that Ghost pre-workout in. He was super eyes were wide open for that video.
Oh man.
He was tired of being called Sleepy Joe.
Let's get that PIP on.
And then our boy Trump and that. I was excited to watch that Trump press conference, whatever the hell you want to call that. And my man was half awake for that. I was like, if he's checking out, I'm checking out. What's going on here?
No, we're gonna have to roll the Trump picture. That is
yeah.
First of all, this is a fair and balanced podcast, so
True,
I don't want to be accused of any false biases or any narratives like that.
This is a bipartisan podcast.
This is a tripartisan podcast. I got some shit for Andrew Yang too. Good Lord, dude. We're having a day and a half. Oh
God.
No,
Mr. Bodega himself, huh?
Schlong COVID is trending on Twitter because of Tucker Carlson. Can't wait. Love it. Exciting stuff. Hold on, I'm trying to get the Trump photo. Oh, but let me do what I promised for the audience. Get the Biden photo up. Because I can do this in the background. Live producing, baby. It's great. So here we go. That's today on the right. Yeeza.
My man is. My boy is.
I heard
he's on that woke af bucked up pre-workout. You get that at GNC right now.
I heard someone say that.
I think he got his eyelids done.
I heard someone say good on him for making it. I mean, you say he got his eyelids done, but his eyelids just look worse. So, like, I don't know, but
I know eyelashes,
eyelids, eyebrows.
He got the eyelids. He's like, let me get those like up and then shoot them so they stick in there.
Up, like it's stuck, right? So, like,
his eyelids are definitely up like it's stuck.
That's horrendous. Today, Trump wasn't looking too hot as well. Let me see if I can get these photo roonies.
Trump.
Yeah.
You know what? Honestly, dude, let us be Biden's campaign manager. I would just have him wear those aviators sunglasses everywhere. Indoors, he's wearing aviator sunglasses. Like aviator sunglasses all the time. He would low-key be a little bit cooler. Like than this right here, it's passable.
Here we go.
Oh my God. Is that real?
Yeah. Choose your fighter. Choose your fighter, dude.
Dude. What?
Welcome to the worst eye exam ever. 1, 2.
Why we got none ugly presidents,
two.
man? We had a real cutie handsome with Obama. We just went super downhill from there. We were like, let's get the ugly guys back in.
I find not a single president, maybe even.
Nah, come on, dog. Obama had a little charm. He had some dips too. You get the waves in a little bit. I'm like, okay, Obama, I see you, dog.
Yeah, he was one of the more attractive, more magazine-ready war criminals that America's possibly put out. Sure.
Yes. I'm separating his attraction and his war crimes. Relax.
Fine. I suppose that's allowed. Chat, let us know what you think on that. But yeah, these are our options. This is how America falls. Fiddles, burns. No, fiddle, burn. I don't know. Both interchangeable. I wanted to play. I don't know. This is a little bit of self-adulation, but I like this. I want to start these things kind of fun a little bit, also since like people are just like still kind of joining, and I want to post this to Twitter as well that I'm live.
Oh, for sure.
But I want to play a video from AudioFace. Check us out on the YouTube channel, youtube.com/AudioFacePod. But this was, I don't know if you saw this, the plane crash in Huntington Beach.
No,
Awesome.
not in
Then
my favorite city in California. What happened?
awesome. Then you're gonna love this next clip that I'm about to set up here right now, because there
Sharky's
was
okay?
all I care about is Baja Sharkies. That's the main
Yes.
deal. That's down in Newport, right? Anyways, if they want to sponsor the show, Pound Sand. Uh,
Early on, the second week of the live show, we're telling Sharkies to pound sand. Hell yeah, no. This is the kind of show I want to be on. Let's go.
I still need to. I'm still down to play Valorant later, and we need to go over Twitch rules while we do that.
Absolutely, let's do it.
Okay, but first, let's play a little bit of a clip from the Audio Phase podcast Rooney here, related to the plane crash.
God, they are known.
So, context, Sean's going to talk here about his being in flight school stuff, so that's a little bit of that.
News. Holy shit.
Show off.
Yeah, there's just two wonders.
Quick face.
Yeah.
It's been a while.
Yeah, 8 minutes. But I get the sense you're a little busy this
The
week.
context
I
about
thought
this
it'd
is
be fun.
important. Like
Yeah,
why he's been playing the
check
flight
ride,
stuff, so
hopefully
you
this
understand
coming
like
week or the
why.
following week,
Basically, he
so
has his like
planning
test
take
for his
over
exam and
Monday.
stuff, but he's gonna
Self-studying,
explain some
literally,
stuff
that's all I've been
about
doing this
flying,
week,
and then he's
this
gonna
weekend,
explain to us
just
what
to study
happened.
for that fucker.
Also, our reactions just rock.
How
So-
long is the written like? Are we talking like an
Britain is not long. It's
ACTs?
only 60. It's
ACT prep?
I mean, kind of is low key because you need to score as high as possible. So it's 60 questions, but it could be out of a possible like 1,200 questions that they can give you. So
I don't
it's a lot
know.
of shit. And then the fucking written test, not written, the check rides are long. Like my check ride for my private was 8 hours, and I wanted to shoot myself.
Check ride, is that just like when someone else just rides with you? Or
That's
just
when you
like,
get your license.
Oh.
Is so that's when I got my private was in May, and then this one's gonna be instrument rating. So any rating you get, you have a check ride you have to do, and then that's when I like want to kill myself because shit's so stressful.
Well, yeah, that's 8 hours. Seems really intense, but
Yeah, Ripperoonie. As long as I don't tow a banner and crash into the beach in Huntington, then we're fine.
that's cool.
Did you
a
see
good
that,
goal to
by the
have.
way?
No.
That literally happened yesterday.
What?
A banner tow literally crashed in the middle of the water at the beach. I'm not kidding. During a junior lifeguard.
Arbitrary scale, Huntington Beach disasters. Because there's
Yeah, there you go.
there's
I'm
the
pretty sure it was at Huntington. I'm like 90% sure it was at Huntington. There was a
Anybody
junior
die?
lifeguard event going on.
We're gonna
too.
watch the report.
So like thousands of like junior lifeguards were there, and they just all swarmed into the water. I can't
junior
make this stuff
lifeguards
up.
help rescue pilot after small plane crash in Huntington.
Oh, it is an HP. Yeah.
I mean, I have the ability to do this now, so you want to just watch the news report for fun?
Yeah. Why not? Why not?
Yeah, screw it. Give me like 15 seconds to set this up. Are you seeing it?
Yep.
Are you hearing?
Great
this?
idea, Dan. Hell yeah. Pick up.
Oh yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Oh
yeah. We're perverts.
You really are. Oh, injected in my veins.
ABC4 News at 7.
At
Good
7.
evening, everyone. I'm Carolyn Johnson. Colleen Williams has the night off. A pilot is recovering tonight after the plane he was flying crashed into the water at Huntington Beach. Lifeguards immediately.
I'm just
swam
trying
to
to
the
figure out
island.
why you
Just so
crash in the
happened,
water.
a
You never
junior
want to do a
lifeguard
water
competition is going
landing.
on right
Like
there.
you have all that
ABC4's
beach.
Anu Sharasa
Just do soft field landing, bro. You're in a fucking old ass Cessna. Have fun with it.
My man really tried to
Well,
get
some of
that
them
boat
about-
on the water.
Okay, so Sean will explain this later, but it's like a pilot rule. You're not supposed to land the boats on the, or not. Sorry, you're not supposed to land the planes on the water.
Yeah.
Did you know that?
absolutely not. That's insane. Yeah. That's absolutely insane. Why would you ever do that?
Then why do they put life rafts on the plane?
What do you mean? Like, oh, why would they do that?
Like the doors are inflatable. Like obviously they plan for you to crash in water. You know, you can't
I
crash
think
on
the
land or
objective
water.
is to never do it, but they do it just in case you're effed out of luck. Then you got to do it. You know, like, at least you got to at least have the precaution because if it does happen, you don't want to just be terminally done for. So if you can make inflatables in there, it's fine. But yeah, you're definitely supposed to avoid all that. Like, yeah, they want you to land in a freeway before you land in the ocean.
They don't want you to know that you can land on the sand They'll have you land in the ocean. They'll have you
When
land on
Sean
the
said
freeway.
sand, though, I was a little scared when he said that. I'm like, damn, on the sand. That sounds horrible.
No. Hold on. There's more.
About what happened, and she's live now for us.
God damn.
Wow.
Well, Carolyn, that's
Hey,
what's
man.
left of that small plane right there. A crew is taking it apart so that they can take it.
Wait.
My man's shirt's gonna be so high. Jesus.
We're gonna keep digging. We're gonna keep digging. Just wait.
Whoa.
That's rough. Whoa. Hey, man.
That's not gonna be able to
Taking
Wait,
parts, the FAA can have their quota.
So
And
what had
GP.
happened was
Now, here's my
investigate this
question.
Case, but
what?
Here's my question: Does the company that did the banner, do they get the banner back, or do they have like an insurance on the banner?
Oh wait. Oh my god. I need to we need to get to the part of the story with the banner. Hold on. This is I'm already enjoying this too much.
Sean asked important questions.
as for that pilot, 2 junior lifeguards here tell us that they were one of the first in the water to help him out, and they're glad he survived.
It's going into the water. It's going into the
Oh,
water. It's
shit.
going into the water, guys. Oh!
Damn, that'd be so sick to see that
Huntington
live.
Beach
Oh,
City junior
God.
lifeguard.
Pause it. Oh, dude.
You see the reaction to that? Because he was like,
in the water to help him out, and they're glad he survived.
It's going into the water. It's going into the
Oh,
water. It's
shit.
going into the water, guys. Oh, dude.
Oh, dude. My reaction exactly. Hey, yo, this man's wildin'.
Beach City junior lifeguard.
Pause it. Oh, dude. You either get Sig Heil or oh dude in Huntington Beach. There's absolutely no in between.
I like how
Can you
his
pause real quick?
camera goes from face.
Sean making some suspect hand signs over there in the audio face picture after talking about a Sig Heil right there.
Uh-oh. Conspiracy?
Investigate Sean.
Caesar Jones on the scoop.
I'm on the scoop. I'm gonna go investigate Sean in person. I'm gonna go over to his house right now.
Oh Lord. Power Report investigates. My dream.
Power report on the case right now.
Facing one way to the facing the other way midway, right as an impact.
Jake and Aiden tell us they were watching.
I'm sorry.
Jake and Aiden, I can't.
We're never gonna make it through this video.
Ceez, how you doing?
I can't. That you asked Curly and Mo, one of the Three Stooges, for the what's going on here. The two, oh my god, dude, both of them had like bucket caps on or something. I don't know what you call those.
But so Ceez, you gotta understand. So like there was this plane crash happened to happen. This guy was advertising for a tequila brand. His plane clearly crashed right in Huntington Beach as a junior lifeguard competition was happening.
Hell yeah.
So these junior lifeguards, Blake and Aiden, let me not be racist. Let me get their names right. I'm sorry.
Right as an
Travis
impact.
and Chad.
Jake and
Oh, sorry.
Aiden tell us
Jake and
Jake
Aiden.
and Aiden.
There you
Sorry,
go. So
Jake and
sorry.
Aiden.
Jake and Aiden. I was really close. You know, Jake, Deshonda, very similar.
They're
Like
like right now, they're like, dude, we're so funny. That's what they're thinking right now.
you call those bucket hats? Those are swim caps, my dude.
They don't even cover your hair though.
Yeah, a bucket. Well, I mean, arguably depending on how you wear a butt. I'm just gonna play the video then.
they were watching.
I'm sorry.
Jake and Aiden, I can't.
We're never gonna make it through this video. This
This is
video,
all of audio face
this
today.
video alone is just gonna be audio face. I'm so sorry for wasting your time. Okay.
Walking on the beach. Huntington Beach City junior lifeguards Jake and Aiden tell us they were walking on the beach when this happened and jumped right in to help.
I have it on video.
Some beachgoers recorded the entire thing on a
Wow.
cell phone.
Jake goes, okay, run. So I start running towards the water line where the plane is, and then he grabs a board.
And I grabbed a board and immediately just rushed out to the water.
According to the Federal Aviation Administration, a single-engine airplane crashed into the ocean in Huntington Beach just
No duh.
for 2 this
Reread
afternoon.
the whole report.
Right? It's like we seen we stayed through the top of the hour, through the commercials, through like the Ralph's ads, through the weather report, through all the other dumb stuff for the plane crash. All right, like we know what the goods are. You gave us the goods a minute and a half ago. We've been feeding our eyes this stuff. Like, too late, buddy.
It was carrying a banner promoting a tequila brand.
1800 tequila, baby.
Oh,
that
hell
beachgoers
yeah,
could be seen
1800?
pulling
Oh, hell
out
yeah.
of the water after the crash. The FAA says the pilot was the only person on board and was rushed to the hospital. Jake describes him as a young man wearing a flannel shirt who was bored and was rushed to the hospital.
Yeah, of course I tried to look at the ambulance shot.
We have the suspect description.
Can't.
Jake
He looks. He's in
describes
one
him
piece.
as a
He's
young
fine.
man wearing a flannel
He's fine.
shirt
He's all
who
good.
was
He's all
lucky
straight.
to be alive.
Nothing's
When he
bad.
got on my board, he
The Dave Chappelle attacker got worse.
looked. He had a small cut on his head. Other than that, I couldn't really tell, but I kept asking him. I was like, "Hello, sir. Are you okay? Are you okay?" Like trying to go over, and we were just going over these things and captains about trying to learn information about the person, what could have happened, and he wouldn't talk. He was just sitting there like frozen on the board.
Jake and Aiden explained that other lifeguards arrived soon after to pull
Yeah,
the
because you know
pilot out of
he's
the water.
fucked.
Nearly 600 junior lifeguards are here taking part in a 2-day competition. But these boys never thought it would include a plane crash.
It's crazy. A plane crashing in the water. You don't expect it ever.
And I'm just happy where you were in the right place at the right time.
Back out here live, you can see the crews there working to remove this airplane and take it away. Now, no word on the condition of
Excellent
that pilot
song
or his
choice.
name. It appears as though the plane was based at the Compton airport and flew north to Malibu before making a U-turn and then coming south here to Huntington Beach,
picked up the
where
banner.
it crashed. Reporting
Picked
live
up the
in
banner.
Huntington Beach this
It's,
evening,
Santa
Anusha
Monica.
Rasta, NBC4 News.
Just an incredible.
Sean talking about Banner Lives Matter.
Because you have
goddamn.
banner pickups there. That's hilarious. Holy shit.
Yeah, so there's a lot of different disasters that have happened in Huntington Beach. You can take literally any pick you want. Arbitrary scale tequila brands could also be a good one.
That's a good one.
You don't drink a lot of tequila, and tequila is absolutely.
I understand. I know. I mean, I understand tequila.
Tequila is my
unfortunately.
absolute worst enemy. Like I literally will.
Oh,
not
I
drink-
know.
I will not drink it ever again.
I've seen you. I've seen what happens when you drink tequila.
This
Yeah,
dude
it's
Sean
like-
just
it's not
saying
fun.
tequila.
It's just
I
straight
understand
vomit.
tequila.
Exactly.
Anyways, let me
Get the Patron.
Boca Raton. Okay. Starting at
So, I'll play the last bit of this because Sean's reaction to the sand thing. You'll like Caesar.
there's some gold there, so we'll keep that, but we'll really start.
Oh my god, that shit is funny.
That's good. That's good.
I'm just like, we are literally taught the water is your last resort. Like, if you can crash on the beach, do it on the beach because you can at least land it on the beach.
It seemed like there were a lot of people on the beach, though.
I don't give a fuck.
Basically, fuck them.
It is hard to do.
That's what I learned to do. If you see people in the way, don't get out the way. Just do a nice soft field landing.
There, Sean's exposed. Someone call his
Basically,
his
fuck
teacher
him.
right now.
Someone call who?
Someone call his flight instructor right now.
It's Sean's words. They'll get out the way.
Yeah. Yo, get out the way. I mean, it's fair. There's a plane landing on the beach. I don't know why you're just standing there.
Yeah. Jordan Ryan in chat on YouTube says it's a softer landing in the water. LOL. Yes, you're supposed to avoid crashing. On emergencies in general. Yeah. Also, landing on the beach would have killed people. So hey, the more you know.
Is landing on the water actually softer? Isn't like at a certain point, like I don't want to say words I don't know, like isn't like centrifugal force something like that? Like water can be like as hard as cement at a certain speed or something. So
I've definitely heard about that. I literally was able to graduate high school without taking physics. So
same.
Long
Beach School
Beach.
District, let's go.
I mean, I took a very, very in-depth chemistry class, and I took AP Bio, but you had the option to not take physics and instead take, any number of different sciences, and I chose to do that because, listen, Physics, it's not up to my control. That's basically all I understand. All you need to understand.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't really matter if you're a flat earther anyway, so it's like whatever, you know?
Exactly. How you feeling about some news?
Let's hear what's going on in the world we live in.
Oh, God. Actually, there's might be some good news today. Might be some good news. Did you,
Hey, yo, what?
Caesar, did you come on the show and expect to not get pissed off?
Oh, no.
See,
I haven't even had dinner yet. What the hell, dog?
See, you think I'm gonna trick you in some way by like buttering you up, giving you like a slow roll to what I'm gonna talk about? Why would I do that to you?
I feel like I'm being set up, and I'm here for it. Let's do it.
Oh no. So it looks like we have a little bit of information about a little bit of drama actually about the climate change bill and the tax bill and a bill to combat inflation. And basically what that bill became that Joe Manchin and Chuck Schumer were able to work on, and they might have reached a deal in the Senate to be able to, you know, get something done for old Joe Brandon just before the midterms. It might be the boost the Democrats need. It'll be interesting. We're going to go through this Washington Post article, like we chillins, and it's going to be fun. Okay, so you see, you know,
okay,
you thought
climate change bill.
You thought no. Just let me kill that right now. No climate change bill. That's not happening. Let me tell you what's happening here. But this is a bill that might pass. So let's work with that.
Okay.
So this article, New York Times by Emily Cochran and Annie Carney, says Chuck Schumer, the majority leader, and Joe Manchin, the third, Democrat of West Virginia, were both nursing resentments when they met secretly in a windowless room in the basement of the Capitol last Monday to try to salvage a climate package that was a key piece of their party's agenda. Mr. Schumer was discouraged that Manchin had said he wasn't ready to do a deal this summer and might never be. Manchin was frustrated that Democrats had spent days publicly vilifying him for single-handedly torpedoing their agenda.
Oh my God.
That's great. Okay, so like rarely does the New York Times get kind of based, but like that's pretty good.
That's a phenomenal line.
And we may just be at the point where Manchin's individual filibustering of progress is just so obvious that even like the New York Times, like the milquetoast, very middle of the road New York Times is actually on it. But like, that's amazing. You still upset? Mr. Manchin asks Schumer. I hate how the New York Times does the whole like Mr. thing. Super annoying.
You still upset? You salty still? Manchin asked Schumer in a windowless room. Low levels of energy efficiency, by the way. No wonder that climate bill is not going to pass. Windowless room, that's expensive.
Windowless room. I mean, I think that's better for energy efficiency. There's absolutely no way for heat to get in, and then cool air. If it's cool in there, it just like locks in there. I mean, it's not going to smell nice. I mean, I love to get a room of like Joe Manchin and Chuck Schumer in there, and it's the meme of like, hey, what does room smell like though? Anyways.
Yeah. I need that like real fast.
As their aides scoured the hallways outside to ensure the attempt at a truce would not be detected by other senators or reporters. It was the start of a frenzied and improbable effort by a tiny group of Democrats carried out over 10 days and entirely in secret that succeeded this week in reviving a centerpiece of of Biden's domestic policy plan and held out the prospect of a major victory of his party months before the midterm and congressional elections. This is kind of like what we're talking about here. There's this secret backroom deal. These talks that, let me get into them right now. They were driven by major concessions made to Manchin, who demanded fewer tax increases, more fossil fuel development, and benefits for his home state. At least he's mask off.
Hey, at least he's like, look, man, I care about two things. Fuel. Is it in Virginia? Is it Virginia? I think he's from
West Virginia.
Right? West Virginia. Oh, yeah, he's definitely from West Virginia. I care about two things. Fuel and West Virginia, baby.
But he doesn't even care about West Virginia. If he cared about West Virginia, he would be advocating for jobs, for green energy for West Virginians.
Okay,
because
he cares about West Virginia re-election.
Yeah, he only continually gets re-election because he keeps doing the old-fashioned to all of his donors. That's a tease for later in the Kyle Kalinske segment, if you will. They also featured appeals to his pride by fellow Democrats, reassurance by a former Treasury Secretary that the package would not add to inflation, and many, many Zoom calls between Schumer, who had just recovered from a case of coronavirus, and Manchin, who tested positive as the negotiations unfolded. And now Schumer and Manchin are working to rally their party around their compromise, put forth an announcement just yesterday. It would set aside $369 billion for climate and energy programs. So, okay, that's a little bit of it. As well as raise taxes on corporations and high earners while lowering the cost of prescription drugs, extending health subsidies, and reducing the deficit. That's definitely a major part of it, but
That's not negative news. That's pretty positive.
yeah. Of course, in this situation, sure you have Joe Manchin, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have all the Democrats, because any one Democratic senator can be the new Joe Manchin for this bill, and that gives them a lot of power that gives that one Democratic senator a lot of power to play with things. I mean, if I were Bernie Sanders, I would hop in here and go, okay, this is my Hail Mary moment. I'm probably not going to be president. This is the closest thing to like groundbreaking power I'm going to have. I would stand up to Joe Manchin here in some way if I could. What do you think?
That's true. I mean, anybody is liable to be the new Joe Manchin for the party. I feel like, though, I can't really. I'm trying to think of the Democrat. I'm trying to think who else would really be opposed to this bill. I can't really think. Those are kind of the big opposers. They're kind of like Joe Manchin, Kristen. Like, those are the kind of big opposers, you know? So it's like, I would feel like this bill shouldn't get too much pushback.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think who would. I don't think so.
You really hope.
Yeah, but I mean, it's positive, right? You're making a bill that's going to address some of the major things people talked about, with the lowering prescription costs, taxing some of these billionaires a little bit of money that they don't really care about. Yeah, like that's the stuff we want to see addressed. Now, do I think it's going to be big margins and big numbers? No, but it's something, you know. And out of Joe Manchin being down, that's insane.
Yeah, the package would set aside $369 billion for climate energy proposals, the most ambitious climate action ever taken by Congress, and raise an estimated $451 billion in new tax revenue over a decade, while cutting federal spending on prescription drugs by $288 billion, according to a summary circulated on Wednesday evening. So those would be pretty interesting things, and a pretty surprising deal from Schumer, who, again, is like a coal baron, essentially.
Absolutely.
So it's really... Yeah, so here's the important part. Success of the package was not assured. In a private caucus meeting with Democrats on Thursday morning, Schumer began laying the groundwork for what promises to be an arduous process of steering the compromise through an evenly divided Senate. The task is made even more difficult by the chamber's arcane rules, the Democrats' bare minimum majority, and a coronavirus surge among senators. So this is... I did a podcast, or a podcast and a stream show in early 2021 called Thank Dan It's Friday, and now we're doing this on a Thursday because your boy's struggling out here. No, but
Thank Dan It's Thursday.
Yeah, I got kicked out of Friday. They're kicking me out the door. On that Jeb Bush. But what I talked about, why I hammered home like the nerd I am, was the filibuster, because as Joe Biden's administration was first beginning, I was like, okay, cool. They're going to promise a lot of things. They might do some things. They might try to do some things. They're probably going to not do much. And that's going to be because of the filibuster and the reconciliation process that comes out of that. So to quote this New York Times part right here, Democrats plan to advance a bill using a fast-track process known as reconciliation that shields certain spending and tax measures from a filibuster, skirting solid Republican opposition. Now, remember, the filibuster basically forces any vote in the Senate to 60 votes as opposed to 50. The Democrats, on not even a good day, but literally the best day on earth, like one of the best days you have in like a decade, have 51 votes. But usually it's Joe Manchin, oftentimes it's Kirsten Sinema, who are that one vote who decides, nope, I'm not going to do anything. and then they're going to side with Republicans to make it 51-49, and it's just disastrous. So Kyrsten Sinema, who had also been a holdout on her party's domestic policy package, skipped the meeting with Schumer on Thursday and would not comment on the bill or indicate whether she planned to support it. She dispatched the spokeswoman to say she was reviewing the text and waiting to hear if it complied with Senate rules.
Sure.
Dun, 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 dun.
She said, "You know what? I'm trying to be a supervillain in the room." So, it's. I have nothing but things to say about Kyrsten Sinema that would leave us being off this show or being off of Twitch, and we, be a YouTube exclusive only.
But there's so much you need to learn.
Like, it's insane to me that, like, here we go trying to negotiate with one demon, and the other demon's like, hold on, y'all forgot about me though. Like, let me get mine off real quick. Let me have my little bit of fun and leave you guys in suspense. So hopefully she just reviews those Senate rules when it comes to this bill, and just pass it, because this would be a pretty big plus in the Democrat Party, because it's been a smooth amount of L's for a while now. So it'd be kind of big. It would be that kind of bill is what I vote Democratic Party for. Like, you want stuff like this to come out. You want climate change bills. You want debt relief. You want I want student debt relief. There's these things that I want in terms of when I vote for Democratic Party, and this would be a good one. So, Kyrsten Sinema, please do not make me angry as much as you did in 2021, please.
Yeah, I wonder what dress she's gonna break out when she gives, like, a little curtsy thumbs down for her vote.
You know she's gonna rock her jean jacket again, and just to piss me off, she's gonna wear the jean jacket just to make us angry.
No, that's gonna piss off her donors, who will see that as appearing too Canadian.
Yes.
Jordan Ryan in the YouTube chat popping off today. Shout out YouTube. I love y'all guys.
Shout out YT.
But Jordan Ryan, kind of talking to our earlier plane conversation, saying that I believe, yes, Caesar, at high speeds, when you hit the ocean, it's like hitting concrete. So when you're, like, floating down, making a controlled landing, it's probably easier or like preferable to make it into land.
Okay. Well, hope you can swim. Good luck.
Yeah. Adam Risch talking about Sinema's plan to hold out on her party's domestic policy package, basically waiting on to see if it complied with Senate rules, is basically a very good point, Adam. Waiting to see if the Senate parliamentarian will sink it first. The parliamentarian was a lovely little villain we had in this, Super Paper Mario of an administration, where we tried to pass, I believe, some law, like, I think maybe been part of, like, I think it was trying to get the $15 minimum wage to be part of some bill. It was like the COVID relief bill, or just like an omnibus spending package in 2021. And the Senate parliamentarian said,
hell no.
Yeah, that this unelected position was essentially just like, oh no, you're not allowed to do that because there's this rule saying that you're not allowed to do this X, Y, and Z thing. The Senate parliamentarian is unelected. They exist to talk about rules, and there's really no rule saying that you have to listen to the parliamentarian. It's the Senate recommendation. It's the Senate hall monitor, so to speak, right? And if the Democratic Party wanted to do something for people, they could advocate for minimum wage increases wherever they can. They could show they're fighting for people, but instead they're like, oh, nope, them's the rules. We can't do anything about the rules. And listen, they didn't do that $15 minimum wage increase, and we have inflation right now, okay? They would have said that, oh, I want to know why we have inflation? Because they did the damn minimum wage increase. Look what's going on, all right?
It's a lose-lose, yo, every time.
So this is just kind of going to say, like, and would it have been worse? Would it have been different? I know there's certain areas and certain places that may not be able to afford $15 minimum wage. I know that's going to be hard in certain places where you're managing to run a restaurant in a state where you can get away running people $2 an hour because they make the rest in tips. Maybe stop running that restaurant, all right? There's a lot of jobs out there. They're not great jobs, and a lot of places actually that thing that people have been saying lately, that there are like a lot of jobs out there, it's starting to be less and less true, because by a lot of measures, we're in a recession. By a lot of what people believe, we're in a recession. And so there are starting to be like this like sort of like big quit that was happening. People are having a harder and harder time finding work because companies are going, oh, I don't know if we can afford to have employees. Even these are companies that generally pay employees like well, and they're scaling back. So you have to wonder what's happening with all these other companies. So, but even with that being said, if your business is built on paying people, poverty rages. Which $7 an hour is a poverty wage. $15 an hour barely gets you a 1-bedroom apartment pretty much anywhere in this country at this point, right?
Yeah.
So if we're not going to increase the minimum wage, we need to do something about cost of living. And that involves some policies that are going to feel radical to a lot of people. But if you start having those conversations, you're going to start to build the temperature for what people actually want. And then when you do that, then you start to build public opinion. And then you can have someone like AOC kind of go to the wall and say, let's do universal housing. And then people debate that. But then some Democrat is forced to go, oh, no. Let's not do universal housing. But, let's do vouchers to get people off the street or whatever, compared to what Donald Trump compared today, which were literally tent cities in between the downtown and the suburbs.
And it's crazy because, like, this $7.25 minimum wage is like it's not like in areas in America where it's low cost of living. Some of the most expensive places in the state, Hawaii, outside of Waikiki, the Waikiki area is like $7.25 an hour. You good luck getting a spot making $7 an hour living in Hawaii. Like, come on now, what are we talking about here? And you can barely do that with LA's minimum wage, which is what, 15 now or 14, something like that. You can barely get a place in LA doing that. So it's like, imagine out there, which is Hawaii and California are both tied for like the number one most expensive places in America. Back and forth over and over. So yeah, it's insane. I think that what you're saying is right. I think that there need to be some bills that are passed that are going to have to change the cost of living, to change maybe the exorbitant prices of materials, whatever it's going to help these companies not have to spend excess and maybe downgrade some of the effects of the recession, so people can at least be able to afford whatever they can. Like, they can afford with their salary, they can afford to live. That's a problem. I mean, I'm in my personal life, I'm with the company that's talking about possibly laying people off because they just can't afford it. So they can't afford to have the staff. So it's like, it becomes tough for all of us. And it's not just for an exclusionary group of Americans. It's your everyday American, very commonly around people. And for those that say, oh, well, they're just not taking the jobs, that's like a boomer line. You're not going to take a job that's going to pay you less. That's not how it goes around here. So it's like all the jobs that are offered, they're not paying any kind of competitive, if not abysmal salaries.
Yeah, people are saying that, this is a free market. People make free decisions, and that's why I have a system. Yeah, and in a free labor market, people are making the decision to say, I'm not being paid what I feel like I deserve to be paid, so I'm going to not work this job. I'm going to not apply to that job. I'm going to apply to something where I feel like I'm paid what I deserve based on my skill set, what I'm experienced in doing, what I've earned, what I can be doing. And so, but you're right. Like, it's really tough for a lot of these businesses, and I feel for it too. Like, I'm trying to start a business right here, and it's one of the worst times to do it because there's so many, like, people don't have as much disposable income. They're tightening their belts. They're thinking, okay, subscriptions, those are hard things to do. And so I'm really appreciative of the people who have subscribed, but that's something I constantly worry about. It's like subscriptions come due and things like that. But please, if you have the ability to donate, join.syndicate23.co to get like bonus content for PowerPort. We really appreciate it. But like, ultimately, we'll be fine. We won't be like our like unhoused neighbors, so to speak. Like, we have a lot of resources, thankfully. But for people like Donald Trump, who don't understand that, or don't care to understand that the American system has created it so that if you don't have any resources behind you and you don't have a job because of economic conditions that are out of an individual's control, you can do your best at your job. You can be pretty good, but economic conditions get tight and your job has to lay off people or go out of business or whatever has to happen, right? And This is a country with trillions of dollars of all kinds of debt, whether it's student loan debt, car debt, credit card debt, etc. People are 50% of the country is like one missed paycheck away from total financial ruin. They're close to ending up on the street. And I want to really fast here play Donald Trump's idea of, how we react to that. What to do with people who are in that precarious situation or already in that precarious situation. People who have been through the ringer in that and where they want to go with that. So let's begin the sickening thing. Courtesy of Mediaite and via Newsmax.
All kinds, from
Big
all
4-5.
places, lying along the roads. That's without the tents. All kinds, from all places, lying along the roads. That's without the tents. And then you look at the tents and the homeless, and you say, what's happening to this great bastion? Perhaps some people will not like hearing this, but the only way you're going to remove the hundreds of thousands of people, and maybe throughout our nation, millions of people we're talking about, and help make our cities clean, safe, and beautiful again, is open up large parcels of inexpensive land in the outer reaches of the cities, bring medical professionals, including doctors, psychiatrists, psychologists, drug rehab specialists, build permanent bathrooms and other facilities, make them good, make them hard, but build them fast, and create thousands and thousands of high-quality tents, which can be done in one day. And you have to move people out. Now, some people say, oh, that's so horrible. No, what's horrible is what's happening now. Because now they're in tents, but most of them aren't even tents that function. All kinds.
It's really intense. They're very intense. They're in so
God.
many tents. I don't know how many tents.
What a poet, man. Trump, I know the issue here, man. I know the problem is I gotta put you up on game. I'm gonna put my glasses on with the gold rim because I'm gonna put you on game right now, dog.
Ooh.
You don't need to do all that. Permanent bathrooms, make them hard, make them fast. You don't need that, dog. Just build the people some damn housing, man. Is it that crazy? We're gonna do all this work to build tents and build permanent bathrooms. You know what's easier than building permanent, hard, fast, strong bathrooms? Building a freaking home, dude. Build some units. Build some apartment structures. More Section 8 housing. Make portion of Section 8 housing and apartments into free housing to rehabilitate homeless people.
A nationwide housing program. A nationwide housing program.
I think it's a way. The unhoused.
Yeah,
what
yeah.
are you doing here?
Yeah, a nationwide housing program. First of all, you talk about NIMBYism in the Republican Party. You think building a tent city that's like a barrier in between the suburbs and the inner city? I mean, the most on-the-nose thing to that is literally in Berkeley, California. There is a place in between Berkeley and Oakland where there's a sign towards Oakland that says there and a sign towards Berkeley that says here. And they're pointing at each other. Here, there. You've seen this if you've gone to Berkeley. And like, there's a huge homeless encampment there. And that's where all Berkeley pushes out the homeless people as much as they can towards that area. And here, there is as much as they go, all right? That's pretty on the nose. But what Trump is talking about is essentially that. We'll make these nice bathrooms. He's still talking about that Uvalde shooting stuff. So he's talking about hard targets. We'll make these bathrooms good. We'll make these bathrooms hard. Listen, I'd be down for some like clean public restrooms out there. I'm an advocate for clean public restrooms. But what I talked about earlier on TYT Today on JR's show was that America loves stopgap solutions. They love solutions. They love like emergency room solutions, so to speak, where, okay, the disaster's already happened. You already have the bullet wounds. Now do I help these bullet wounds to make sure you like at least stay alive? I don't know how you're going to be afterwards, but like, here's the best we could do here. What we need to be doing, especially when we're talking about homelessness, is dealing with preventative issues. What can we do to help people before they get to the point of they are on their last paycheck, they are about to lose their house, they're about to lose their job, all these downstream issues that happen. All these things that get to drug addiction, how people don't have easy ways out of drug addiction that aren't just being thrown in jail, essentially, right? Like, there are things we could be doing in society to prevent a lot of the ills of homelessness, and then these issues are a lot easier. For example, if you have sidewalks would be cleaner, for example, if unhoused people had clean places that were maintained to use the bathroom. All right, so that solves one problem, all right? It doesn't solve being unhoused, but it solves an edge case the problem, because this is a problem that's bigger than bathrooms. It's also a problem that's bigger than high quality tents, as Adam Adam says in the chat on YouTube, high quality tents. He says the GQP is now the big tent party.
Yeah, the big tent party kind of sounds sick. I'm not gonna lie.
I mean, yeah, I'm sure you've heard that saying of being the idea of being a big tent party, having people from multiple different ideologies all under one umbrella. Democrats say they're this, Republicans say they're a big tent party, but there's some people we don't need to be necessarily a big tent for. On this bed forever. What's the thread count in these high quality tents? It's all about the high quality sheets that go in the high quality tents, bro. It's all about that.
Absolutely, thread count.
Yeah, especially since we're talking about on this bed forever. I like the. I was told jersey sheets are good. They're really breathable.
Absolutely. I'm still shopping at Walmart, Wally World, so I don't even know. Dog. I'm gonna lie to you. My sheet game is not up there yet, but it will once they pass this new climate change bill.
Ladies, Caesar's sheet game not up there yet.
Put me up on game, please. No, but it reminds me when he was talking about this tent thing. It reminds me, and I think someone from another country can relate, just like myself. Like, it reminds me of like favelas in Brazil. It's like, oh, your answer to addressing homeless is to move the tent encampments that were deemed illegal. Like, we had this issue in California where not the homeless being there was an issue, the issue of removing them from areas. During COVID, they were forced to move out of along the river trail near Garden Grove when they had the homeless encampment by there. Then they went to Venice Beach, and they said they couldn't be on Venice Beach even though it was closed during COVID. And they brought a bunch of trash barrels and forced them out of where they were. Your answer is to build your own version of slums with hard, fast, strong bathrooms. That's not the answer, man. That's not going to help anybody. We have seasons here. Who wants to be in a tent during 100-degree summer? Who wants to be in a tent during the winter? Are you insane? No, build people homes with insulation. They don't have to be fancy or schmancy, but give them actual homes with insulation so they can live, breathe, use a restroom, a small bathroom, studio units, whatever. We need to build something where people are close and safe, not just enclosed in shade and covering. I put a picture in the chat of what it's reminding me of when he said it. It reminded me of the movie District 9. When the aliens came in District 9, the aliens were living in these refugee tent-like camp areas, and that movie is very symbolic to a lot of what's going on in the world, which is why I loved it so much when I was younger. But that's an example. Like, what you're going to build those areas, deem it closed off, have hospital people come in and check on them and give them vaccines and stuff and shots and all that. That's not the answer, man. Even though I kind of sound like an anti-vaxxer right there. That's not the answer, man. The answer is just let's build actual housing for them, and then and you want to supply all these psychiatrists, psychologists, drug rehab specialists. My man went down a list. You can still provide all that and have part of the stipulation for people to live there for free is to be attending weekly and monthly and routinely cycles of visiting these people to get them back rehabilitated, back in the workforce and rehabilitating their lives. That's the proper course. That's how you talk to people about it. Not like this, not in demon mode that Trump's on.
Yeah. I was listening to you. I was just making sure we were having sound on Twitch because Bam was gaslighting me, saying that we were muted. You're good. Oh, yeah. He's saying I got y'all muted, but
he wasn't gaslighting you. He just viewing us talking.
Yeah, no. I was gaslighting myself because I was reading things really quickly. Because you said you dropped something. You said you dropped something in chat, and I was like, "Oh, damn, something in chat. Let me put it up." No.
I meant like in Skype. I dropped a picture in Skype. That's all I'll show you.
Oh, okay. That was that noise I heard. Yeah, I'm putting it even open on Skype is mad. But I'm gonna try to get this photo of the favela up here because, yeah, it is very kind of important for people to kind of understand. Yeah, it's a little hard for me to get up here right now.
No, you're good. You're good. But yeah, it's just like that doesn't work like that. Like it doesn't work. It doesn't work in other countries. It doesn't work in countries with the far worse GDP and in third world countries. It doesn't work there. Why the hell would the answer be here? Just building tent encampments? That's what does that mean, dude? Like, what? And let me guess. They do this right. Where do you think they're gonna put them, Dan? They're gonna stick them in Death Valley. They're gonna stick them out in the desert in the middle of nowhere where the land is cheap and it's blazing hot, and these people are gonna die out there. They're not gonna go. There's some extra land in Calabasas. Let's put some people there.
Yeah,
they're not gonna do that.
I remember my point that was like more directly related to what you're talking about. In California, I don't want to really say lucky, but like it's one of the more temperate conditions you can get in the United States, so to speak, if you're unhoused. And the heat is unbearable. If you're in like luxury tents and you don't have any ventilation, you don't have any water, it's terrible. Like you'll suffer from heat stroke. Like air conditioning is almost not becoming a luxury. It's something you need to have in California, in Southern California especially, because of how hot it gets, especially the further you go inland. And so that's not good enough. But okay, this is just the best case scenario of California. Everywhere else is either much, much hotter, like Arizona, New Mexico, or much, much colder, like New York, or much, much wetter, like Miami. Can you imagine unhoused people in hurricanes, unhoused people in snowstorms? This is happening all over the country, and this is just the elements. And so I really appreciate what groups in Los Angeles, groups across the country are doing, local grassroots groups that are oftentimes related with leftist organizations that are making sure that unhoused neighbors are being taken care of. They are fighting against sweeps that are happening in Los Angeles. They're the worst, especially. They'll wake people up at 5 a.m., tell them to leave. They'll take their stuff downtown, and they may lose it. They may not. So oftentimes it goes unclaimed. It's an absolutely miserable ordeal what people go through. And the sort of idea of, let's just, in a Patrick from SpongeBob way, let's just take them and push them somewhere else. It sickens me. I hate it.
Insane take to do that. Like that's what people want to do. They want. You know what? A lot of the problem with the dealings with the public with unhoused and homeless people. It's not that the problem is that they're homeless. It's the problem that's in their vision. It's in their life. It's around them. It makes them uncomfortable. Well, the answer to that is not by sticking them where you can't see them and sticking them in tent shacks wherever you want. It's about if you provide proper housing for them. They'll be getting their way back. And people that counter that and say, oh, they'll just want to stay there forever. First of all, you don't know that. You have no idea about that. You're assuming, okay? Like you're absolutely assuming. You're assuming that people that live homeless are doing this because they're doing this because they enjoy it. They're doing this because this was an opportunity given to them and they took it. That's not how it works. I'm sure if they had the opportunity to change it up and be able to provide a better life for themselves, they would do it, okay? Because no one's goal is to be unhoused or homeless. That's not someone's goal in life. And I think that we need, with the wonderful way we have capitalism, I think it's the least we can do to help these people out because capitalism is the reason why they're there right now.
I love what chat's saying, and I'm trying to get chat on screen right here. I'm going to kind of sit down and reformat some of the Power Report branding so I can just easily put a chat box in here and not
now that you're a chat fan.
I like chat. I like the interaction.
Chat on screen now.
I'm a fan of chat on oh yeah, we were having these conversations.
Got into the dark side. Let's go, boys.
He's in. I do enjoy the interaction. I do enjoy I think people like seeing it on screen and it's all good. But I do want to catch up a little bit to what chat is saying, but Adam Rich says, I remember that movie, great movie. On This Bed Forever saying great movie. Speaking of movies, whenever I read the Power Report logo, I instantly think of Poltergeist, the movie poster. Ooh. I like
That's
that.
kind of fresh, yeah.
Yeah. I was really just going for like a minimal. Thank you. I really appreciate that. From On This Bed Forever. I was really just going for because I remember you and I and the guys kind of had like approval on it too, but like we're going over the formatting and design for it, and I just wanted something to be very kind of extremely minimal for ease of editing, but also almost as like a statement. Like we're very trying to be different from other shows, very trying to take things in a different angle, approach things from a better perspective. And so it's almost like negative space where a lot of stuff is like swooshy graphics and red, white, and blue shades and weird abstract thing. It's like, no, flat, black, white, kind of like, power to the people kind of thing.
Like my pearl necklace.
Oh. Pearl necklace in? What's the deal?
Pearl gang and hashtag pearl gang. You know what I'm saying? Hashtag pearl gang. We here. Fake pearls, by the way. Your boy not balling like that. That Twitch money not coming in yet.
Not yet. Okay, I think I want to talk about Britney Griner. Yeah,
let's do it.
Did you talk about Britney Griner on We Made It podcast? I believe there was an episode.
We might have. I think we covered a little bit of it. Yeah, we have.
Yeah, but basically, if you don't know, there's a WNBA player star named Britney Griner who has been held in Russia for the better part of most of this year, I'd say. They said that they found cannabis oil in her bag while she was traveling. Why was she traveling in Russia? Because a lot of WNBA players, quite a few NBA players even, a lot of professional sports athletes in the United States and across the world play internationally during their off seasons to make extra money, because a lot of these players are not making that much more money than like a working class, middle class job. And so to make ends meet that way, they do this travel. So, different countries have different really strict rules. You can make whatever excuses. I don't really know necessarily why. Like, oh, it was a mistake. It doesn't seem like she had intent to sell anything or whatever. It seemed like it was going to be for personal use or stuff like that. But countries have rules. Nevertheless, of course, Russia is in a battle with Ukraine, an invasion, really. And that invasion has turned into a little bit of a proxy war, where the United States and many European countries are spending a lot of money, getting a lot of arms, weapons, etc., aid to Ukraine. And so Russia is seeing that as like, okay, this is a directly against our battle thing. And so it's speculated, widely believed, that Britney Griner being held in Russia indefinitely is sort of like a negotiating tactic that Russia is trying to use to maybe get some stuff out of America. And so we now have some news from that today. I'm going to try to get that on screen right here, Ceez, in 1 second here. Oh, look at that. Look at my hosting skills right there. So CNN reports, and is an exclusive, that the Biden administration is about to offer convicted Russian arms dealer in exchange for Britney Griner and another prisoner by the last name of Paul Whelan. And so CNN reports that these sources told CNN that the plan to trade bout for Whelan and Griner received the backing of President Joe Biden after being under discussion since earlier this year. Biden's support for the swap overrides the Department of Justice, which is generally against prisoner trades. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov said Thursday that so far there is no agreement on this issue. So this is some speculation. CNN was able to report this, but Russia's being coy with whether or not this deal will go through, or if there is a deal, so to speak, which is, smart negotiating for them. But
yeah,
I want to go a little bit further into this. Speaking at a press conference, Blinken, Secretary of State Antony Blinken, said that Biden was directly involved and signed off on the proposal, although Blinken did not confirm bout was part of the deal, and he can't get any of the details of what we proposed to the Russians over the course of so many weeks now. In terms of the president, of course, he was not only directly involved, he signs off on the proposal we make, and certainly when it comes to Americans who are being arbitrarily detained abroad, including in this specific case. I'm trying to find some information on who the other guy is. I'll do like a quick control find on that. But whoops, there we go. We love typing on a screen here. But Whelan, who you is? Oh, so Whelan, who's been held by Russia for alleged espionage in 2018. So that's kind of what we know about him, I guess. Ooh. So is he a spy? Is he not? It's alleged, but Russians will like allege whatever. I almost kind of want to Google this and figure this out. Let's do some fun live journalism, shall we?
Yeah.
So Paul Whelan is a Canadian with U.S., British, and Irish citizenship who was arrested in Russia and accused of spying. received a
How do you get all three?
I mean, yeah, I remember doing a story on Good Morning Bad News where there was a Russian spy who had, I want to say, Canadian and Brazilian citizenship, and then tried to get into Eastern Europe somewhere. No, Italy for something. He tried to break into, what was it, like The Hague? It was the International Court or whatever. And they were like, yeah, how'd you get so much citizenship? So, citizenship to a lot of countries, definite spy moves. That's a question there.
No, for sure. And some countries like United States limit how many other citizenships you can get along with the American citizenship. That's kind of crazy.
He worked as a police officer. He's done law enforcement. He enlisted in the Marine Corps.
We're going to trade Griner for a hog? I'm good. Never mind. We don't need him.
After a court-martial conviction in January 2008 of multiple accounts, quote, related to larceny, he was sentenced to 60 days restriction, reduction to pay grade E4, and a bad contract discharge. The specifies charges against him included attempting to steal more than $10,000 in 2006 in Iraq, using a false social security number to create a false account on a government computer system to grade his own examinations. Homeboy was logged into the school loop, trying to change his exam scores.
My man was finessing out there.
That's pretty awesome. Don't try this.
I'm not gonna lie. I'm in the middle with him. Now I'm kind of down to bring him back.
Yeah. Yeah, according to the Wikipedia, on December 2018, he was arrested by the FSB, the Russian Federal Security Service. Whelan's twin brother, David, said that Paul arrived in Moscow on December 22nd to attend the wedding of a former Marine at the Hotel Metropole Moscow and to assist the groom's family members on their first visit to Russia, a country he had visited many times. He said his brother planned to return on Michigan on January 6th via St. Petersburg. However, Peter's basically an outlet that is actually run by a Putin critic said that Paul had $80,000 in cash temporarily confiscated during a customs inspection at Domodedovo Airport, and according to the New York Times, Whelan had acted as a local guide for the wedding guests, but had decided to spend the day of the wedding to meet a friend, per the account of other local attendees. Dave said his brother entered Russia using his U.S. passport. He and his brother had not been in contact with his family, and he was formally charged on January 3rd, 2019.
Damn, that's a crazy wedding trip.
Yeah.
Escalated real quick.
Apparently, Paul had bragged about knowing an agent of the FSB, according to reporting from the BBC, and he was privy to an unusual cachet of details from his friend. So it's a very interesting thing, but, America has taken a lot of interest. Oh, look, audio face stuff. America seemed to be taking a lot of interest in this guy along with Britney Griner. What's interesting and this good, I'm glad that there's some attention being paid to this case because, there have been people who have been talking about if this was an NBA player, this is like LeBron James in the same situation, we would have been sent troops in there, right? Would have been had him out negotiated.
We're putting boots on the ground.
Yeah. Boots on the ground.
It's a horrific situation with Britney Griner. I mean, what is it like? It was literally like a vape pen that had traces of marijuana in it, in the oil of the vape pen. And then they're like, obviously these boomer writers are like writing it as if she's transporting boxes, but they're misinterpreting what cartridges means. And if anybody's ever seen a vape pen, literally the oil cartridges for each one is like this tiny little thingy, like nothing. It's a joke. She had like a few of those. Like it wasn't even serious. Even if she had a lot, I'm like, she's literally going overseas where it's illegal. So if anything, it's not like she's able to re-up on her stuff. So she probably wanted to carry a bunch of it for personal use. Once again, not saying this is right because it's illegal to do that. Yes, but it does not mean someone should be detained for over 160 plus days in prison because of this. That's not how it goes down. And I'm glad America's finally doing something about it. Britney Griner should absolutely be rescued and brought back. And if you want to charge her for anything, let her charge under American court system because she's a citizen of ours. We protect our citizens, especially when this happened in a country that's very hostile and volatile. This country's literally in a war for the past 6 months. Bring Britney back, please. Like this is insane. So I'm glad they're finally doing something about it. And The exchange, the people we're trading, kind of wild. Like we're getting the arms dealer. It's insane that this is even like level. Like that are y'all like people are telling Brittany Griner to stay over there, like conservatives, and it's like, come on, man, like. Are you insane right now? Because if that had been someone from your party or whatever, you would not be saying this. That's a horrible thing to say. No one deserves to be in prison for the rest of their life in Russia over carrying cartridges of vape that happen to have a little traces of marijuana in it. Like, get out of here, dude. That's an insane take. It's literally about to be almost federally legal in this country. And we're gonna make people go to prison for this. It's absurd.
Yeah. Caesar, kind of like what you're talking about here. Charlie Kirk tweeted, in case you weren't aware, the Biden regime is attempting to swap Victor Bout, a Russian prisoner convicted of conspiracy to kill U.S. citizens and officials, delivery of anti-aircraft missiles, and providing aid to a terrorist organization, for a WNBA player who hates America. It's like, what are they trying to do? What's he trying to do? Is he trying to say like, WNBA player?
He really thought he had a fire tweet right there, didn't he? He thought he had a banger. When he wrote that out, he's like, for a WNBA player. He thought that was a banger.
For someone that has 1.7 million followers, his tweets never get any traction.
1.7 million followers, and this dude getting booty ass like 4K likes.
4.8. Give my man his respect.
And honestly, that's a high level day for Charlie Kirk. That's a good day for him. That's
yeah,
a real good day for Charlie.
These are good RT numbers for old Charles.
Yeah,
right
this is him booming off an insane tweet. Any other tweet, he's getting way less than that off of 1.7 million bot followers.
Yeah, I do want to read some more about Victor Bout. Let's give him the old Wikipedia treatment too. Please don't. Cool. I thought for a moment I hit the print button on Victor Bout and I was gonna send just that to my thing. But anyways, yeah. So Victor Bout is a Russian arms dealer, an entrepreneur, former Soviet military translator, who reportedly uses multiple air transport companies to smuggle weapons since the collapse of the Soviet Union, and was nicknamed the Merchant of Death, which is sort of badass, right?
Damn, kind of hard. The Merchant of Death?
Yeah.
Jesus.
Bout was arrested in Thailand on charges of terrorism. I wonder what terrorist organization he was gonna provide weapons to, because Ronald Reagan essentially provided weapons to a terrorist organization. Like there's a lot of a lot of
presidents have provided weapons to terrorist organizations in their time. Unfortunately.
Yeah, so like if that's gonna be the thing that, if that gets him, it's like, oh boy, you got us.
Like, are they gonna do the Spider-Man meme? Like where they're all pointing at each other?
Yeah.
Like, oh, you got caught, sucker.
So yeah, the day after the Bangkok arrest, the U.S. DOJ charged Bout with conspiracy to provide material support to a terrorist organization. I want to know what this terrorist organization is, because I bet Charlie Kirk just read the Wikipedia article too, or just straight read the Department of Justice release from the Bush administration. Let's see. Let's look at this. Sent millions of dollars worth of weapons to the Fuerzas Armadas Revolucionarias Colombia, a terrorist organization in Colombia. You know them Colombians. You gotta watch out for those Colombians who are really trying hard to get the United States.
Yeah, man, those Colombians are really putting the heat on us in America.
Yeah, especially with the food, with the spices in the food. Like, yeah. What? No, I'm really trying to read in here. He sold FARC a lot of weapons. Listen, I'm not saying these guys are great. Like, he had 100 SAM, surface-to-air missile systems, could provide helicopters and armor-piercing rocket launchers, could arrange a flight crew to airdrop weapons to Colombian territory using combat parachutes, and was about to charge the DEA spies essentially $5 million to transport their weapons. And then during one of the meetings, he provided the DEAs with a digital memory stick. Oh, shout out to the PlayStation Portable. That contained an article about Bout and documents containing photographs and specifications for the surface-to-air missiles and armor-piercing rocket launchers that Bout was supposedly able to provide. So, okay, so he was going to, trade some arms. He didn't even have any hostages. This is still better than what Reagan traded. This is some cold, hard cash. I want to read a little bit more about the FARC because like I don't love them, don't hate them, but like I think they're because what Charlie Kirk is saying here is that yeah, you provided aid to a terrorist organization, but conspiracy to kill U.S. citizens and officials and providing aid to a terrorist organization, those two things not necessarily connected here. You're trying to imply that, oh, he's basically arming Al-Qaeda, when it's like, no, he's over here doing some arms and weapons dealing, which is like just like a regular, drug lord stuff.
Another day in America to me, baby. I don't know what you're talking about.
This is drug lord stuff here. Like, but what's implicit in this tweet here? We just went down the rabbit hole for Charlie Kirk trying to figure out what this stuff is. But what's implicit here is there's a WNBA player who hates America, and I think they should rot in jail. I think they should rot in Russian jail, and the Russians should do whatever they do to people in jail, which is what they do is psychological torture, mental torture, physical torture. This is what we know and what's been recorded, all right? Let alone what we don't know. So Charlie Kirk's basically saying this black woman can rot in jail because she's a WNBA player and she doesn't meet Charlie Kirk's standard of patriotism.
Yeah, Charlie Kirk's like this black lesbian WNBA player, and not like unfortunately, we just, and it's a woman. All the explosive things that makes Charlie Kirk quicker, like quiver in fear. He's like, yeah, this horrible America hating monster needs to stay over there. And I just can't for the life of me advocate for someone to be permanently basically exiled into another country over like bringing weed. Like I just can't even like imagine that. Literally, Charlie Kirk says that, but I bet he got toasted with his friends last night. I bet he has friends that literally just go do a pickup right now. And it's crazy to me when people have insane, these insane explosive takes about marijuana usage, and I'm like, literally, like, I could go right now and make a pickup, come back, smoke on this show right now, nothing would happen. I'm not going to jail for it. I'm not getting arrested. So why should she serve damn near 160 days plus already in prison in Russia? It's inhumane.
You won't even get banned from
as soon as possible.
You won't even get banned from Twitch for toking. So if you want, that should be the standard. If you won't get banned from Twitch, you should be allowed. It should be allowed in international law.
You get banned for twerking, dude. Never mind. I don't want to go by that rule.
No, token, not twerking.
Well, you get banned for twerking, so I don't know.
I said toking. I said inhaling. We're gonna test it out at some point. But anyways, Charlie Kirk's a clown. He and Turning Point USA tried to sue The View over this little toss up. Like threatened to sue The View over this little toss up with having
Turning Point USA booty as hell.
Yeah, it was a little toss up. Turning Point USA at one point had to fire someone because of ties to white nationalism. Anytime you find like covert secret right nationalists on the right wing, or like in the world in general, they're never left wingers. They tend to be like former producers on Tucker Carlson's show, or former people who work for Turning Point USA.
Probably one of those guys who's in the back of the U-Haul in Idaho, ready to go to the protests.
It would be unsurprising to me. We don't know that for sure, but it would be unsurprising. But the idea that the idea that you would have people who are on the extreme right, the white identity extremist type people, anywhere near you, when people like Turning Point USA have not made an effort anywhere near the left to try to push these people away. They say anything that's about teaching people why white nationalists are wrong and why you need to push against white identity extremism. There are people who are teaching that is against free speech. There are people who are saying that is wokeism gone amok, all right? They invented a word called wokeism to try to package their don't pay attention to the ramifications of white identity extremism ideology, okay? And then they want to try to sue The View and make a big deal out of that because there were white nationalists very close to one of their rallies, and they didn't want the lines to be too blurred. It doesn't seem clear that they were like one and the same. And if The View said that and made that like clear when they weren't one and the same, that's certainly a mistake. But it's not like Turning Point USA is doing a significant job, at least a bare minimum standard of like a Democrat, to clamp down on this sort of racist language. Because when people on the left, people further than Democrats, so to speak, try to tamp down this racist language and call it out, Charlie Kirk will be the first person to defend that stuff.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Not too much in chat right now. On this bed forever said you have a printer, so fancy, Dan. Yeah, no, the people I live with, we print things from time to time. We've taken to starting to print tweets. Some of them are just very funny and like relatable to us, so that's a fun thing to do. But kind of want to switch gears here. This is what I want to talk about: the 2024 shadow primary. So, Democrats running in 2024. Yeah. So. Is Joe Biden gonna run in 2024? We don't know this for sure, honestly.
Can he not?
We don't want him to. He said that he would be a one-term president. He wanted to be a transitional candidate. And then very early on to his presidency, he said, you know what? Let's have Biden run for re-election again. Elizabeth Warren apparently just said that Biden should run for re-election. She's dead to me and has been since 2020.
Elizabeth said that?
Elizabeth? I'm coming, Elizabeth. Yeah, she said that President Biden should run.
She's been wilding, dude. What the hell?
I want to pick my words carefully. I think that Elizabeth Warren is best in the Senate because she does things there that I like, fighting for student debt relief, although apparently Joe Biden's a very tough wall to get there. Apparently she and Chuck Schumer are major evangelists for that. But anytime it comes to the presidency, Elizabeth Warren makes me so upset.
I mean, I think it's fine to know that presidency is for everybody. And during that last campaign, the Elizabeth Warren thing with Bernie did bother me a lot, but I'm kind of over that. I'm just accepting that you're not ever going to be a president I'm going to vote for. And I'm cool with that. But this comment, like, you want Biden to come back? Why? Like, I don't even understand what his numbers aren't even high. What are you doing? Like, what? I don't. Maybe she's just trying to coalition support, or she was told to do this by the party. I don't know, but Biden already looks like he's damn near destroyed. Oh my God, this article. He looks so destroyed already.
Yeah, we had that thing earlier where Ceez being busted. I love how Bam and Twitch chat saying where's Ceez headphones. No, Ceez too baller for that today.
I got the headphones on. When we get the gaming on, the headphones are gonna come on. I promise.
We're relying on the Skype auto ducking today. No siree, Bob.
Absolutely.
But yeah, so this is a Slate article by Ben Mathis Lilly. So do any of the newer Democrats who might replace Joe Biden in 2024 have what it takes? I think that's a really interesting question because I don't think Joe Biden has what it takes. And I don't think a lot of Democrats have what it takes. Listen, there was I don't want to play any clips from this because it was really disgusting. I think it's out of the news cycle now. But we were just talking about Charlie Kirk and his Turning Points USA Action sort of conference. We had Ron DeSantis. You had Ted Cruz. You had basically the starting lineup for Republicans who might run in 2024, not named Donald Trump. And they were playing the hits, throwing the red meat, saying, we're going to do X, Y, and Z. Screw gay people. We don't care about pronouns, etc. Ted Cruz says, my pronouns are kiss my ass. Like,
yeah, my pronouns are kiss my ass. Like, boy, if you don't stop.
Yeah. DeSantis made some interesting jokes about grooming considering... Matt Gaetz made some interesting jokes about grooming and references about grooming considering his alleged situation.
Matt Gaetz is really enjoying his freedom a little bit too much. That man might have to... He might be printing out driver's license plates soon if he keeps playing games. The hell is he talking about? You talking real comfortable up there, buddy.
But my point is that the Republicans do a phenomenal job at working their talent. I don't want to use the phrase massaging their talent, but grooming their talent. Yeah, grooming their talent, so to speak. They do a good job. Yeah, they do a good job of figuring out. Bam saying in chat, our favorite Cuban Ted Cruz. But people are getting to the point that I'm also looking at another chat. Sorry. because on the bed forever says like Sam Cedar about printing out tweets. There's there's a lot of ways I'm a little bit too much like Sam Cedar for being under the age of 30, but thank you for pointing that out. And then Real House Cat says, my theory is they hate the word woke because they think it sounds black. And we've been talking about that. Woke is a word that originally comes from black vernacular. As Michael Chase said, it was a black term for knowing when the white folks is trying to kill us. So, but what I'm trying to say is that Republicans are really good at grooming their talent, and Democrats don't have a really good starting lineup. You try to look at some of like the top Democratic stars, the people getting most attention. Bernie Sanders, about to die. Like, I hate to say it, about to die and a loser. Like, he didn't do. I think there are a lot of things working against him in the 2020 primary. I think everything was working against him in the 2016 primary. But we tried him twice. We weren't able to get him totally across the line. And ultimately, I think that Bernie Sanders made some bad decisions with who he picked with his campaign team. And he made poor decisions on not hitting it and differentiating himself from Democrats more. Because people don't like Democrats. People only saw Bernie Sanders as a Democrat as an ends to justify the means. You need a major party to get in there. Donald Trump was able to say he was a Republican, even though he started off attacking Republicans' love of the war in Iraq and Afghanistan. But he was able to call himself a Republican because he was using that infrastructure. Bernie Sanders squandered his chance to say, hey, I'm using the Democratic Party infrastructure to take over the thing and shake it up because I hate Democrats too. Bernie Sanders has the record, but the Democrat Party ate that out. The other Democratic Party has Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, but she hasn't been able to grow or do anything, partially because she's shot herself in the foot multiple times on strategy, and partially because left-wing media has attacked her, right-wing media has attacked her, and the party itself has attacked her. Nancy Pelosi has attacked her. Nevertheless, AOC...
Well, that's a demon, too.
Yeah. AOC, nevertheless, gets a lot of the attention in the party. She gets some of the new ideas. She's closer in touch with the younger audience in the party who are for things like student debt relief. They're for things like climate change. Things that are constantly fought for by older people, or things that are not seen as a higher priority by older people in the party, but things that would actually get people votes, would get Democratic Party votes, rather. So... Ceez, go ahead and jump in here before we go into these like 2024 candidates. But this is kind of the situation that Democrats have kind of leading into this.
No, for sure. I think that's a big problem. I think there's a lot of almost infrastructure issues with the Democratic Party. We're not taking advantage of getting the proper candidates lined up. We're not. The Democratic Party has not done a good job of boosting other members of the party, talking about who's next. All I've heard online is all these Republicans and all Republican people boasting about DeSantis. Oh, DeSantis. Oh, yeah, I'm going to move to Florida. DeSantis is the best. DeSantis this. They, even when it's all garbage trash, they're like riding and advocating for each other. It seems like there's a lot of division with the Democratic Party right now, and that division has led to no one being able to become a front runner. And typically in the past, Democrats have always kind of had somebody where people are kind of keeping their eye on, like, oh, okay, this guy's kind of coming, or oh, this and this. And it looks like a little bit of reeling. Now, I don't know if that's something internal that has caused this, but it sucks because, you know, the people who I like, I know Americans are going to vote for. Would I want Bernie to go a third time and be in office at 85? Hell yeah. Let's do it. Because I know he would get also a vice president that I'm comfortable with as well. So I don't know what the deal is. He's not going to run. I don't really know what his stance is on that, but people are going to not vote for him because it's a third time, maybe third time's a charge. I don't know. AOC garners a lot of attention, but she's probably the first candidate I've ever seen that has gotten actual social media presence. And when it comes to social media presence, we know how the internet is. The internet, you're going to get a bunch of blowback. And so other senators who get to move in silence and make mistakes and no one really pays attention, AOC has literally -0 room to do that. There's nothing. Like, she can't even, when she bought a $34,000 Tesla, they were talking about her being rich. I'm like, huh? Okay. Literally, Joe Manchin's there, but okay. So it's a lose-lose. There's other people I like in the party that aren't really running for presidential positions, but maybe they want to do it in time. But unfortunately, I kind of want answers now. I want to know who's next. You know, the people who I like who are younger are not looking towards that. They're looking to get their Senate seats back. They're looking to get
drop
back
some
into
names.
Congress.
Who do you like?
I like Cory Bush a lot. I like a lot of other representatives. There's even representatives who are doing not so good in different regions.
Real House Cats is. I just want to shout out.
Cisneros just lost in Texas, but
I want to shout out Real House Cats. Katie Porter.
Yeah, Katie Porter. Like, there's people, but it's like it looks like they're really trying to hold on to dear life to their Senate seats and their Congress positions because the funding and the push of the Republican Party is so strong that it's like it takes really the top tier echelon Democrats that are able to afford doing these multi campaigns where they're getting their seats back and running for president. So I don't know what the deal is. I don't want Biden to come back. I really don't want another Biden term, but literally Biden picked a 12 hog district attorney that is a robot, that is not functioning. And normally when the Democratic Party loves to prop up the vice president as the future person to run next, right? It was weird with Obama Biden. That was a little backwards. but this is how it usually goes down. And this vice president, no one cares or likes. So Biden is getting as low numbers. Our vice president has worse numbers than Biden. So it's looking rough right now, especially in comparison to sitting where we are now. We're looking at the Republican Party and how they're gearing up. We're like, damn, we got to get something going now. Let's see that money going. Let's see that campaign, that funding you're asking for, Pelosi. Let's see that put into action because I want to see some representatives come to the forefront for the Democratic Party.
Yeah, let's. I think you made a lot of good points. I kind of just want them to stand on their own. But the one thing I will add is that the Democratic Party, they need that apparatus. What you usually do is like you start recruiting at the local level. Not even, there's how you recruit talent, how you groom talent, but you have talent that is in office right now. Like, I remember when I was covering politics day to day professionally, as I'm starting to like do again right now, we covered Pramila Jayapal, and she was critical, one of the most critical people in actually getting Medicare for all close to being passed. Or at least like drafted like to the House floor and like showing how that would actually work mechanically down there. I think she's a really good policy person. What are you going to say, Ceez?
I have a quick question for you. I think this generation that's coming up and turning 18, becoming 18, this new generation that went through the COVID era, went through everything that went down, went through the Trump presidency, and we get a lot of those hardcore, rad libs and those young kids that are the TikTok generation, right? That are like starting to be coming to the fold into the voting space. Don't you feel as if the party that takes more of the punch from that would be the Democratic Party? I feel like the Democratic Party is going to have a harder time transitioning from the 90s and 2000s Democrats into the younger party Democrats, the TikTok Democrats that are coming up. I think that transition is going to be a lot more difficult because maybe there's a lot more kids coming up that are seeing more progressive ideals, into Medicare for all, into school. And a lot of these kids are foregoing college. They're looking at entrepreneurship and their own journeys, and that doesn't really coincide with the traditional moderate Democrats. So that feels like a big obstacle for the Democratic Party to jump into, and the people in the party that kind of do a better job of adhering to them, they're kind of vilified. They're not accepted all the way. There's like a separation in between the Democratic Party, between those people as well. So I feel like the Democratic Party has a big hurdle to transition into, and moving, getting like the younger generation to buy into and adapt into the policies that they're doing and moving in together, because that division is becoming more split as these kids are kind of getting into the 18 and becoming the voting age. So
I guess just to be clear on what you're asking me, those are really interesting thoughts. I just want to be clear on the question.
Yeah.
Is it? I guess like, are you asking me how will young voters react to the younger part of the Democratic Party? Because I think it's possible that the reliance that Democrats have had on the youth vote, they may have gotten themselves lucky here because Republicans jumped the gun and shot themselves with the foot with what am I trying to say? With the Roe versus Wade stuff by striking that down, because now you're just going to be energizing a lot of progressive voters who care about reproductive rights, and now they're going to be starting to clue in and going, wow, but Brandon's been goofing over the past 2 years. We've been talking about on PowerPoint how things have been really kind of slow rolling, and we've been doing episodes that only justify what the news is really coming to. But now we're back coming onto things. So I think people are going to start plugging back into politics, watching shows like this that we really appreciate you watching, and going, whoa, damn, things are really messed up, and Joe Biden's not doing many of the things he wanted us to do. And so I think that response, like the sort of assumption, we saw this initial rage. I think that's still kind of there, and it's starting to be built into a lot of people's politics. We saw it after the gun debate, and we saw it also after Roe v. Wade got taken down, where we knew that, okay, Republicans are ghouls, but the Democrats don't have any real plan to fight this. My comment that got a lot of traction is Republicans hate you, Democrats fail you. And that's something that's being internalized by a lot of the folks that I see in TikTok comments, a lot of younger people that I talk to, like younger than me now, around my age, older than me, but still like within this millennial Gen Z cohort, right? Mm-hmm. So the Democratic Party brand is not strong right now. R.I.P. Deezus and Miro. So like it is a real kind of it's gonna be tough, I think, there's definitely that generational divide. If Democrats are liked, they're seen as a mitigation effort against Republicans. They're generally going for younger, more progressive people. But I mean, I'm sure you have places or situations where it's a crappy moderate to conservative Democrat versus a definitely terrible Republican, and people just vote to put that Democrat in for more years in power, and it just sucks.
No, for sure. I mean, we all know this. We talked about this on PowerPort. The reason Trump didn't become president again is because he shot himself in the foot in his presidency. He didn't provide certain things that the people needed. He fumbled his way out of stimulus packages. He didn't provide all the stuff. We were looking around other countries and going, yo, what the hell are we doing here? So he lost that himself off of basically just ego. That was his fault. Now, when it comes to that, people are like, I'm gonna vote because I just got to get this dude out of here. It's getting explosive. It's getting wild. I don't want to do this. People were literally uncomfortable, and they had to get this out. It was getting uncomfortable. And as we're seeing by January 6th hearings, it wasn't just the people uncomfortable, it was staff and everybody top down. It was a very uncomfortable feeling with this man as president. So now we transition into this generation. The time has gone by. COVID went by, the 2020 year went by, and it felt like 3 years went by. It was a long, wild year. That transition, so much stuff that we almost forgot about happened from the protests, and now with Roe v. Wade and the Republicans pushing to get all the SCOTUS, to get the last minute demon bills passed they're trying to get to, is a good and bad thing. It's a good thing to adhere to their conservative voters, but now you're causing a bigger division, bigger animosity among a majority of this country, as we saw. I mean, I know Bam has talked about on the show, he doesn't really know about the poll numbers, but I still think a majority of Americans are heavily disagreeing with the Roe v. Wade and everything. They think that there's no way that should be taking away reproductive rights from women. That stuff is going to fuel a lot of the young youth, and as we know, the Democratic Party does a horrific job of accepting those within their party, like Justice Sinceros and other people like that, who are from the younger generation, who are coming up from different backgrounds, lower poverty system. Not daddy was big time senator, got me in here hooked up kind of style. Your everyday person that went to political science in high school and was like, you know what, I'm kind of feeling this. I want to do this for myself. I want to make a difference in my community. Those people that are community impactors are now wanting to get bigger positions. The Democratic Party does not do a good job of propping those up, advertising them to us, showing them off to the public. They get destroyed by other moderate Democratic parties that are just the yes men. And that sucks, because the result is either going to be lower voting numbers and we're going to get rocked again, or it's going to be divided voting numbers, and then it's going to get real weird. I don't know how it's going to go. It's like the primaries are going to be very interesting this time. I'm very interested in these primaries because it can go one of two ways after primary season's over.
I mean, it's either going to be this continued malaise slow roll towards destruction and fascism that I was scared of in honestly 2015. Not to toot my own horn,
True.
but like
So true.
it's something I like. You know, especially I've been annoyingly worried about since 2015, and I've gone from being like the anxious doomsayer to being the prophet, so to speak.
Yeah.
But
Hello, Messiah in the house.
it's either going to be a continued slow roll towards that if the Democrats retain what they have or don't lose too hard or even win. And it's going to be a water slide to fascism if the Republicans win. Especially if they gain control of the Senate, especially if they gain control of the House. Because all it's going to be is Joe Biden's veto power. And then what they're going to have in their pocket is the thing they love using, which is big government Democrats. We need to stop the power of the president and the executive ability to do things until we get in power. And then we're going to give the executive the ability to do whatever we want to do, so long as it's in our completely capitalist interests. I really, really do want to go towards this. Who are the Democrats that might replace Joe Biden, who might have what it takes here?
They'll let us keep getting this tangent. Go ahead. Go
But
ahead.
I did enjoy this conversation here. I have no idea how I'm going to break this shit up into a podcast. Maybe people like these 3-hour tangent Joe Rogan style podcasts. Probably they don't.
We just need more weed and food and steak and liver, and we'll be good, dude.
Dude,
and cigars.
The best I can get you is one of those things and some Beyond Beef jerky, but I guess that makes me a soy boy.
Yeah, you're a soy boy libtard, and you're gonna get canceled for it now. So good luck.
No soy in Beyond Jerky, specifically says on the label. Anyway, so North Carolina Governor Roy Cooper, no. Number 8, Michigan Governor Gretchen Whitmer. Gretchen Whitmer is being hyped because she was the woman who read the State of the Union address, and I definitely called this back. Okay, let me go back to number. No, I'm kidding.
Hell yeah,
I'm not
Gretchen.
going to. But like, I literally called this back then. Whoever the Democrats put on to do the Democratic, like, you know, sort of like response to the State of the Union or whatever, is like who the party is looking at. It's usually a governor. It's usually someone who checks the Kumikam. It's usually someone who checks the social justice demographic boxes of the day. She's a woman, so like you at least have that there. And of course, I don't find anything wrong with a woman president. I would love there to be a woman president. I most importantly want there to be a president who aligns with my values. And that can come in pretty much whatever form.
Yeah, I'm down. I mean, if it's a woman, sweet. If it's not, all good. I just want someone that follows the politics and values that I'm looking at.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't really know much about Gretchen, to be honest. I don't really know much about her.
Yeah, I just don't think... I was talking about this in the YouTube chat just now, but when someone in chat suggested Katie Porter as someone who the Democrats should be thinking about drafting, and I don't know, maybe she's on this list right here, I think that a test, an unfair test, but a test nonetheless, that women face, if you're going to be a Democrat running for office in this environment, unfair test, but a test nonetheless, is that you need to be able to both dish it and take it. You don't need to just not only be able to have thick skin, to be able to handle the sexist rhetoric, like absolutely misogynistic, violently gross language that will be said about you as a woman who is running for office, the memes that'll be made by surrogates, the things that Democrats won't even stand up for you on and denounce and reject. You have to have really thick skin on that. And a lot of men running for office don't have that thick skin. They don't have that ability to not only take, but also dish. You need to be a fighter. You need to have zingers as well, all right? The only reason I thought Kamala Harris would be useful or good as a vice president is because I feel like she's good in debate mode. She's good when she's on a judiciary committee and she is grilling someone because you're like, oh God, that's my mom when I'm in trouble. I do not want to be involved in that. She's bringing out, she's having me choose between the belt and the switch tonight. No way.
Yeah,
like that,
yeah, no,
that
for sure.
Cop Kamala working for me and in my interests is not bad. All right. But like in anything else, she's an absolutely like weak politician, and she's proven herself to be inept to friendly fire questions. Okay, like Charlemagne the God questions. Okay, like Katie, like CNN anchor question she can't even answer, right? And so you need. I'm not saying this about Gretchen Whitmer necessarily, but I haven't seen this about Gretchen Whitmer. Is that you need to be able to handle all of the extra bullshit that unfortunately comes with running as a woman in the Democratic Party and running as a woman in the United States in the 2020s, so to speak. And I haven't seen Gretchen Whitmer go all out and be able to prove it. Amy Klobuchar, for example, I think has thick skin, Stapler Amy, but I don't think but I don't think that she's going to be able to land the insults, the humor, the kind of demeanor that people are going to need from a politician in this case, in this era, so to speak, right? Klobuchar is talked about a lot by maybe this list. I don't know. Let's keep going down this list. And no, I literally don't even know why Roy Cooper's here, so whatever. Pennsylvania Lieutenant Governor and prospective Senator John Fetterman, the guy who's running against Dr. Oz, I believe. That's an interesting one. Maybe I don't I don't see that much. I mean, he's not endorsing Medicare for all, but he claims to support universal healthcare coverage. That's a red flag to me personally. But let me just zoom this in here so people can actually see it on the stream a lot better. Yeah, I don't like that aspect. There we go. Gavin Newsom. This is where it gets fun. So Gavy Boy, he's the one who, I don't know if I can find it, but he basically put out this poll about, I basically put out a response video saying that California is not going to be the kind of place like other places in Florida, essentially attacking Ron DeSantis and his anti-gay policies and things like that, saying that, hey, if you want to have a marriage equality and free lifestyle and do all these other things, California is welcome and happy to have you. Similarly to how Texas has been like, hey, go ahead and leave California because cost of living is too ridiculous. Or how Florida's been like, hey, come to our state because we have low taxes, we have very little government or whatever, and we have a lot of wealth flooding in here because of the exodus of money coming from New York to Miami after COVID. So, listen, I like Gavin Newsom in the sense that he's a fighter. I have no qualms about his ability to take it to the Republican Party. I have no qualms about his ability to take it to Donald Trump Jr.'s ex-wife, Kimberly Guilfoyle. Because he did.
Gavin Newsom is a cutie. I mean, that's a handsome man right there. That's a handsome president. I think as in the shallow party, we'd be really doing a better job of getting some better looking presidential candidate. We'd be going from a 1 to a 9 from Gavin Newsom, from Biden to Gavin Newsom. It's a handsome fellow right there.
What?
Oh my God! Look at that. We should get banned off that picture, dog. It's insane. Oh God. Gavin Newsom. That's a handsome man right there.
Let's get some Gavin Newsom.
Look at this. Look at that slick back. Ooh, hairline king too.
That's some California shit right there.
And look at that $1 million smile. That man. There you go. You know what I liked about him when the Republicans were kind of pressing him over remember the Carson run-in and all that, the good times we had about him getting kicked out of office. He held frame, dude. When he was having them parties during COVID, he held frame. Okay,
held it down.
That's the government. When he was doing them illegal parties where we couldn't even go, I couldn't even go see Dan and bother him. He said, "I'm having parties in Calabasas and I'm holding frame." You need a president got to be able to do that. You got to have a president able to do that.
French lingerie, goddammit. You know what the fuck it is.
But yeah, I don't really know all of Gavin Newsom's stances politically. I'm sorry. I always look for my vet list comes with Medicare for all. I don't see that. I skip you. And The only thing that makes me stay for Gavin Newsom is that smile. I'm okay. I'll stay a little longer, but I'm gonna skip usually.
The pros for Gavin Newsom are the fact that he's a fighter. He fits that, like good-looking politician kind of thing. And like honestly, listen, I don't desire another straight white male president, but I think in this kind of time and climate, you need to give the Republicans as little woke bait as possible.
Dan said we need to calm the whites down. Look, Caesar, times are troubled. I know you want your minority representation. I know you want your women and your minorities, but listen, the whites are upset, so we must give them the Gavin Newsom.
We have to, it's give and take in America. It's,
They're not ready. They're not ready for minority representation. They damn near took away reproductive. They're taking away reproductive rights already. We gotta calm the whites down. I gotta calm them down.
Yes. Number 5 on the list, Rooney here. Colorado Governor Jared Polis. So let's not we're at number 5 here, and I took Newsom seriously. But God. Polis is from the Mayor Pete school of being extremely, almost casually conversant with the facts in any given manner. At one point, he started listing teacher salaries in 3 neighboring school districts. He's also handy with positive-seeming technocrat phrases like, "We need to have a greater offset as a backstop."
Oh God, that's my kind of guy right there.
That's the kind of stuff that's gonna kill us, is the main thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that is one of the thing about Pete Buttigieg. Like, we need to create the opportunity for the possibility of a better tomorrow. Like, all these different like terms and things, they turn people off politically.
They do, and Pete Buttigieg, shout out Pete Buttigieg, getting a lot of heat for going on maternity leave. Good for him, taking care of his kid. Happy for him and his.
Yeah, not gonna slander him.
And they were trying to blame him for the docking, the ports of Long Beach and LA being crazy. It was Pete Buttigieg's fault because he took maternity leave because there wasn't a man in office to take care of business. That's the problem. I just don't like Pete Buttigieg's politics. I think he's a little corny for me. I'm not a fan of it in general. I'm not a fan of him. But I'm not going to hold that stuff against him. That's disgusting. That's dumb and immoral.
Yeah,
but just not the candidate for me.
Yeah, I'm talking purely on policy things. I am even gonna not necessarily bring up the 2020 Iowa caucus stuff right now because I'm not gonna get heated today, right in a moment. But
no, we're gonna have a good evening tonight. We're gonna get heated in video games, not in Pete Buttigieg.
Yeah,
not Iowa caucuses.
But Pete Buttigieg would be like a Barack Obama technocrat. Like, it would be so boring. Like, he would not make any change. All the things he would do would involve more LGBTQ prison guards. Like, it would be so bad. Chris Murphy, he's being hyped because he represented the House district in which Sandy Hook massacre took place. He is leading the recent negotiations that resulted in the first major gun legislation in decades. And he led them. And he is just generally one of the few Democratic senators who both, number one, seems to have some influence in the party, and two, is good enough at public speaking that makes people occasionally want to hear things he says about Congress.
Wow, what a take.
What a low bar.
Yeah,
Illinois Governor J.B. Pritzker. God, I'm sorry, stream, because all these people are so boring. Like here's the deal. Like,
they understand, dude. They understand.
Like, okay, I'm going to read this here. First off, God bless Illinois and Chicago politics. A quarter of the debate reviewed for this was about some sort of scandal related to a favorable tax reassessment that Pritzker had gotten by taking some toilets out of some big house he owns. He's one of the heirs to the Hyatt fortune. I'm out. The last thing Democrats need.
Man, what's wrong with a rich man?
The last
thing. You want to calm the whites down?
Fair. It's not good. I don't think that we should have another rich person running and representing the Democratic office. I mean, like, inevitably, most politicians will be in the upper class, so to speak, but we don't need, like, it's not going to work for us. Heirs is not representative of what we really need right now.
I feel like it'd be tough to not get that. I mean, it's kind of gonna happen. I feel like in a lot of circumstances. I mean, not typically my favorite politicians, but in a lot of cases, politicians do come from a little bit of a better background, so they're able to, get this stuff kind of going. And I think it's something we can avoid. But I would like to avoid the millionaire billionaire. I just feel like doing this now kind of vibe. I'd kind of want to avoid that a little bit.
There's New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy.
Was that the buff guy?
No.
Oh,
no. That's a different guy. Phil Murphy?
Oh, Phil Murphy. Yeah. No, I remember seeing this guy before. I'm okay.
Seeing him before, you're good?
I'm a good dude. I've seen this guy before. I'm good. He doesn't meet my quota.
That's not a lot of symmetry there.
He's not meeting my quota, dog. I'm good. I had enough of this.
All right.
Didn't meet my quota, dog. Whoa, who got him on Canva? Get him off Canva.
3, 4. 3, 4. Anyways, 5.
Trump has a bigger butt than him, so that's a no pass also.
Power Report's an ass podcast. Let that be known.
Absolutely. We don't shame, but we do enjoy.
Number 1, Raphael Warnock. I'm so sick of Democrats.
Raphael Warnock is number 1?
I'm so sick of Democrats and their magic Negro complex.
Really? Warnock number 1? Wow.
He's done about the same amount as Barack Obama did in the Senate. In the same period of time. So sure, fuck it. I don't care. Listen, maybe he'll have broader appeal. I think he might even need to there goes progress, right? It's in my state. I want to say for New Jersey. For Phil Murphy. What a guy.
Let go, Phil Jersey.
But yeah, Raphael Warnock, I want to see him more on policy. Maybe he's inspiring, but I want to see him more on policy, honestly.
Okay. I have no beef with Raphael Warnock. I just was surprised he's on the list. I think let me keep it a stack. If you're going to give me Katie Porter or Raphael Warnock, I want Katie Porter. I like Katie Porter a lot more. Katie Porter is really dope. She does a really good job in the Senate. She does a good job in corner. She does a really good job in hearings. In that aspect, in like the law aspect where she's like going hard in there, she handles herself fantastically. And I think she does a good job of communicating and talking to people too. I'm down. I don't have a problem with Warnock at all. I just don't know other than the stuff that was the amazing work that they did in Georgia to advocate for Democrats and the Democratic voting and stuff that went down. I know he's a big proponent and a part of that. I don't have any beef there. I just don't know enough. I was just surprised that he's number 1. I didn't expect that. Usually when you see these lists, they're going to put someone like Gavin 1 because he's a California Democrat. They're like, oh, California Democrat governor, he's number 1 because of the population. But I guess that Georgia thing has had a bigger impact than I realized in terms of the eyes of the Democratic population reading and this reporter at least. No, I would like to learn more. I don't really know. I can't believe Herschel will debate him. Ridiculous. Oh my God, that would be beautiful. Can we have that? Oh my God.
I'll debate Christian Walker if Herschel Walker will debate Raphael
Warnock.
Warnock.
Can we have like a pay-per-view special after the Jake Paul fight? We'll have Dan versus Herschel Walker Jr. or Christian Walker. Then we'll have Herschel Walker versus
Freudian slip. I would I don't know if I should have this recorded on stream. Yeah, screw it. Let's see what happens. I would do a boxing match with Christian Walker. Like celebrity boxing? That'd be funny.
That'd be great.
I'd rock him. I'd rock him.
That'd be
no
wonderful.
contest. No contest.
You know what? YouTube boxing had their fun. It's time for politics coverage to get their hands in the ring, baby. Come on now. Can we get some political streamer boxing events? What's going down here? Who's throwing hands? Dan, either you take Christian Walker or you take Beanie Boy over there. You take Tim Pool, Beanie Boy. That's a good matchup. I think you'd serve up Beanie Boy real good. Take Beanie Man. He can't wear a beanie in the ring though. Take it off.
I mean, if he took off his beanie, the smell alone would put me in a TKO. So like, I don't know
Charlie
if I could do
Kirk
it.
Versus Yes, dude. Please, we're making some heavyweight matchups here, dog. Let's go.
That's how you Jang, as in like Jank. I hope God.
Yeah, I think he meant Jank. Please let Jank versus Charlie Kirk. Hey, that's not fair. Literally, Jank's a Turkish man. That man will pummel him into oblivion.
I'm also trying
Don't
to do
mess
like
with a Turk,
I'm also trying to
dog.
do like age class and shit like that. Like Charlie Kirk is. And no, you're all good. I don't expect anyone to spell Jank's name right. I just wanted to make sure that I wasn't missing some other leftist.
No, I understood what you meant.
Yeah,
You're
yeah.
good.
Yeah, you're all good. There goes progress. Sorry, there goes progress. You're all good. But no, maybe who would be on the Rational National and Charlie Kirk? I think that's a good fight. Or maybe David
Can I get the
Pakman.
quartering? Can I get the quartering? Let me get the quartering, dog. Let me get the quartering. Let me get the quartering. Come on. I know he pees on the floor of his own basement and all that wild stuff he does. I'm 6'5". I can get down to 260. I can get down. I can lose a little weight to make the weight class. Let me get the quartering.
Vouch versus.
Yes.
Okay. But before we do celebrity boxing, so ultimately, this article, all this stuff, trying to do a Dem shadow primary before we even know whether Joe Brandon makes it to 2023 or decides to run or not is a little bit of a fruitless effort. But I do think, listen, I think the Democrats need to do a very, very quick job of figuring out who that rising star is. Because right now, I'm not feeling good about any of the names. I feel okay about Warnock if we did the whole let's run a magical Negro as the Democrats' last hope thing again. I feel Gavin Newsom, honestly. Like, I do not like Gavin Newsom. I'm the one who's done like anti-Gavin Newsom segments on Power Report, on Majority Report, on a lot of different shows here. So don't get that like twisted or anything. But just
If you had to settle.
Yeah, if I had to settle, I'd say I'd go with Gavin Newsom.
Yeah, I'm down for a fair talk. I just think, look, this is the thing. I don't necessarily have enough information or viewpoints or meetings or town halls to get a base on who I want. So rather than just surprising us on an MSNBC town hall, can we get at least some communication on proponents, people who've committed, what's the deal? Like, I feel like I'm not really getting that push right now of knowing who's going to be there for sure. Even in the chat, throwing out Katie Porter, but that's like us not knowing if she's in or not. So it's like, that sucks that we don't have a clear communication of who's in or not. Let's get some communication of who's in, who we should look forward to give at least the hardcores and the freaks like us time to read up on who's going to come up, because we want to know who's for sure going to go. And then when the debates and stuff start, then we can start going, okay, well, I want to see these people talk. I want to see what they got. I want to see Raphael and I want to see Gavin. I want to see people talk and whoever other party. I want to see Phil Murphy, big New Jersey in the house. I want to see these people talking and then start getting the base on how they do in debate format, and he'll listen to some of their viewpoints. I want to get them the hard questions and see where we're at from there for sure. I don't know where I can't. You settle on Gavin Newsom. I guess I would settle on Gavin Newsom also, just because I don't know enough about Raphael Warnock right now.
That's also true.
I'm able to be swayed upon a primary for sure. I'm able to be swayed.
To me, Raphael Warnock feels like Barack Obama, where like he's just too new right now. I can't really bet on him that much. The last thing I will say is that there are rumors that Donald Trump might be announcing before the 2022 midterms, sorry. So if he announces in the fall to supercharge the Republican base, like watch out. And that's why I think the Democrats, maybe not quietly, but like maybe sort of like, quietly, I don't know if they'll win, but it'll help charge up their base, and it'll definitely get the Republicans to decide, okay, it's going to be Trump or who else, or who's going to be the VP pick. But
yeah,
because there are Republicans circling the water for Trump right now going, no, it's going to be me. DeSantis is running that. Ted Cruz is running that. There's a lot of Republicans who are, I feel like Lauren Boebert or Marjorie Taylor Greene might try to make a run for that too. They could make an attempt. It's
Boebert?
I'm purely speculating right now, but it's open to anyone.
Please, I want to watch. Please.
Democrats don't have anything like that coming down the pipe, so I'm worried.
I'm a freak for Republican primaries. Please, Boebert up there. Please. I want to have fun. I want to have a good time on this show.
So, Real House Cats asks, are they allowed to declare before Biden announces he won't run? The answer is, so there's bad like form, I guess, so to speak. The answer is yes. You can do whatever you want to. You can announce your run whenever you want to. The issue always comes down to party infrastructure. If anyone, the Democratic Party, were to announce they're running for office before Biden makes his announcement, that's like, think about the ramifications of that. Now you have to think of high politics here, which is what happens when you control the news cycle as a politician. That means that on the news cycle, everyone's going to be talking about, wow, this person threw their hat in the ring before even Joe Biden knows. Does this mean Joe Biden's over? It looks like the Democrats don't even have confidence in Joe Biden. So all these narratives are going to start spinning around. Then Joe Biden's going to be distracted from whatever he's doing by reporters who are going to be asking, hey, what do you feel about XYZ candidate who's now decided to run for office? Are you going to be running in 2020? You're going to be running in 2024? What does it say about Kamala Harris? What does it say about XYZ thing? What does it say about this? What about Donald Trump? It's going to distract from what Joe Biden wants to get done. And if Joe Biden wanted to run in 2024, well, that's basically been over and decided for him. I think that's a power move. I think screw that. And if you're a Democrat who is strong and wants to run and say, hey, just like Trump was the anti-Republican Republican, I'm going to be the anti-Democrat Democrat. I think that messaging works. Obviously, I want better politics behind that. But no, I don't think no elected Democrat right now with any sort of name recognition is going to buck Biden before that, because if they did, after all that press cycle would happen, then you have to go on the defense from Biden and the Democratic Party. And that means that you get blackballed. You're no longer going to get access to the Democrats' fundraising abilities. Yeah, they'll turn on you. You won't be able to pass bills that then you can turn around on and say, look at how I'm fighting for people in Congress. All those bills are going to get blackballed. They're going to sabotage you in every way that possible, because unfortunately, that's what Democrats do when you try to skip the line. They did that to really fast. They did that to Bernie Sanders in 2016 very clearly. They almost did that with the Barack Obama. Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton were loosely alluding to the idea of, oh, well, you know, a black president, that's kind of something, isn't it? They were playing with the racial stuff that was happening in 2008 around Barack Obama, because it was desperation hockey and looking like they were about to lose the primary that Hillary Clinton had essentially been promised, because it was her turn. The Democratic Party gets shiesty as hell when you go against them, especially from the inside. If you go against them from the outside in the Republican Party, they're your friends. If you go against them from the inside, they're scorpions.
No, you're absolutely right. We've seen it time and time again where there's been examples of when things aren't going in the traditional Democratic Party way, it gets rough for those people. I think in the Republican Party, you get a lot more love for being a radical and radicalization of like conservative values. You get like it's like a bigger opportunity. It's a higher chance of you being successful off that than in a Democratic Party when you have quote unquote radical ideals and stuff on the Democratic side. Like you're way more susceptible to get shunned and demolished real quick and destroyed by the more moderate Democrats, and that sucks. So I think they do have, if you have those kind of ideals, or you're kind of like on that line where you're like a more progressive type of Democratic candidate, your best chance is just to kind of wait and do the traditional style, even though it's archaic and slow roll, especially with Biden. Lord knows how slow Biden's going to take for all this stuff. When he gets it done, then you got to come in and pick up steam off the back end of that. So yeah, it's unfortunately it's tough on the Democratic side to be the other way.
Yeah, I agree. Before we go play Valorant, because I almost started up while you were talking there and I got really close to it.
You're good.
I've got to go on to some of this Kyle Kalinske stuff. So there's another 12-minute clip of our long-ass clip, essentially, of Kyle Kalinske noting something that Joe Rogan did, and therefore saying that, oh, wow, look, this is a good thing. I'm not going to play the whole thing because it's, oh, look, Joe Rogan called Trump a man baby. Look at this moment. Joe Rogan is praising Bernie Sanders in a recent clip. Look at that. How could he possibly be a leftist or whatever? And I'm like, wow, how can he possibly be so gullible? How can Kyle Kalinske possibly still be this gullible? To
exclamation
this stuff.
point phrases. Oh my god.
So here's one. I feel like we're paying too much attention to Joe Rogan lately. His commenters are banging into him. One writes, 90% of Joe Rogan's worldview is formed by other people's opinions. There's one guy who wrote in here, and I've honestly got to just like pull up my long archive of messages that I flooded the group chat with, because this is just when it got great here. But one person wrote, some people are political signposts and some people are weather vanes. Joe Rogan is a darn wind turbine. Other people, saying, I feel like we're paying too much attention to Joe Rogan. One guy said, I want to see if I can get this tweet up because it's just way too good. This guy says, oh, we're back to our weekly video of giving Joe Rogan the old-fashioned. I love that phrase. Like, I'm never gonna order a drink the same way again. Like, hey there, barkeep. Could you give me a old-fashioned?
God.
My good friend Joe. Kyle, you're making the Bernie fallacy, which is really interesting because Kyle Kalinske criticized Bernie Sanders for something that I'm talking about. I was alluding to earlier in the show about Bernie Sanders being too nice to Joe Biden and saying, no, this is my good friend Joe. Oh, listen, no, Kamala Harris is a good people. By trying to play nice with the Democratic Party, when the Democratic Party was always going to come at you knives out, was a mistake. Go after the Democratic Party. Go after them. Because they don't care about you at all. They will humiliate you. Go on.
No, I was like, I mean, it's hit or miss. It's always tough to know what angle Bernie could have took of him. He's been off since 91 or something like that. So, Lord knows. Whatever it is, though, it didn't work, unfortunately. Like that comment is like, my good friend Joe. Is that some kind of like Delaware slang? Slang, is that where he's from? Whatever. Some kind of the Northeast slang or something. I don't know. Everybody's your good friend.
I love how he's like, it's amazing that Joe Rogan and Kyle's relationship parallels Bernie and Biden's relationship. We saw how that turned out during the primary. Rogan is exactly like a couch. Whoever sits on a couch leaves their indention. I get that. It's a really good one. Rogan just repeats the last thing he hears. Imagine him praising Bernie, de facto endorsing DeSantis, and calling Canada communist in the same week.
Oh my God.
The amount of energy Kyle spends on defending Joe Rogan is really weird. I think this is Bam's favorite comment.
To be fair, it's a little, my man really is committed to making Joe Rogan loved by the average American.
Yeah. And
average Democratic American.
Yeah. I only am doing this because Kyle Kalinski's continued work as a so-called leftist pundit while he is defending Joe Rogan, perhaps the nation's top transphobe, at a time when transgender individuals, non-binary individuals, people in the LGBTQ plus spectrum are not just facing, rhetorical social media, oh no, Jordan Peterson made a segment about me kind of hatred.
Yeah.
They're facing laws that are coming against them. They're facing actual violence in the streets that are coming against them. And instead of rallying to their offense, instead of Kyle Kalinske doing what he did to start his show and speaking truth to power to people, he's instead going, no, listen, I'm really friends with this guy who has a really popular podcast who I'm trying to get on so I can get my YouTube numbers, which have been completely stagnant for the past couple months, to move somewhere closer higher. And me dating Crystal Ball is not quite doing that enough for me. So if I can just get one more Joe Rogan appearance, then maybe I can just get a little more clout. Maybe I'm being unfair. But I don't think I am being unfair because Kyle Kalinske has consistently taken the route of his own poor instincts over what people who have tried to warn him about where his instincts are taking him have warned him about. And that's taking him to now he's losing his own audience. Why are his numbers not growing? Because he keeps making videos like this. Because when I was Googling this video, there's a video where sorry, this is a different video, but like I'm gonna make a video where Kyle Kalinski's subreddit and people talking about Kyle Kalinski, his fans are turning on him because of his commentating. They're seeing it as getting stale. They're seeing him as trying to chase a centrist right-wing audience who is flippant towards racial justice or gender justice, sees those things just like basic identity politics without seeing white identity politics as a thing. So this is something I really want to warn Kyle on, because I don't think he's one of those bad guys. Hell, maybe I'm doing the same thing with Kyle Kalinski that Kyle Kalinski is doing with Joe Rogan, that Bernie Sanders is doing with Joe Biden. Hopefully I don't get to that point, but like, I want to give Kyle Kalinski a tiny bit more benefit of the doubt here, because he's done good things and he's actually put his money where his mouth is and his like blood and sweat where his mouth is in starting Justice Democrats. But this is cratering all that stuff. This is the beginning. Like, I hope this is the beginning of the route to one of those Glenn Greenwald stories. You know, I had Glenn Greenwald interview Alex Jones, and I want to play Valorant, so I won't get you on that too much. Maybe we'll talk while we're playing Valorant. But like, Kyle doesn't need to be loyal to anyone, but I would consider you to be a turncoat of some kind if you are deciding to forego your audience for Joe Rogan, to forego queer people in your audience, people of color in your audience for Joe Rogan. That's insane, dude. But I think Kyle's trying to do it. I hope not. Also, I just want to say on Twitch, just really fast on Twitch, thank you, Peblito, for following. Really appreciate you. But yeah, sorry, Ceez, what are you going to say?
Very good. Thank you, Pablito. I believe that was one of my former followers. Welcome aboard. Yeah, I can't imagine you would want to throw away some of your supposed ideals, views, and values and morals just to get some view clout off of Joe Rogan. But hey, man, I've seen worse on YouTube.
Much worse. Okay. How about we start Valorant here? This might take some time and some finagling, but
we're booting it up.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get the headphones on so Bam starts complaining about me.
Yeah. In the meantime, I'm gonna get some water and I'm going to play. You want to do yourself a favor and just like mute yourself for a little bit? I'm gonna play a clip from earlier today when I was on the watch list. It's kind of like a commercial break, so I can just shuffle and do some things. And this is gonna be that new city. Did you see that new Saudi Arabian city they're trying to build? The Line. Oh, it's gonna be phenomenal.
Yes, I heard about that. Yes.
Yeah. Let me see. I hope they got yes, it's here. Okay. I'm gonna play this video full screensies while we do some stuff, and we'll be right back stream with some video games. Not getting any sound. Huh. Oh, because I have the tab muted. I'm done. Okay, now you're gonna get the sound, and now you're gonna play this.
For too long, humanity has existed within dysfunctional and polluted cities that ignore nature.
Now you're gonna get the sound, and now you're gonna play this.
For too long, humanity has existed within dysfunctional and polluted cities that ignore nature.
Now you're gonna get the sound, and now you're gonna play this. There we go. I found I was double playing. Okay.
Now, a revolution. For too long, humanity has existed within dysfunctional and polluted cities that ignore nature. Now, a revolution in civilization is taking place. Imagine a traditional city and consolidating its footprint, designing to protect and enhance nature. The Line will be home to 9 million residents and will be built with a footprint of just 34 square kilometers. And we are designing it to provide a healthier, more sustainable quality of life. The Line's communities are organized in 3 dimensions. Residents have access to all their daily needs within 5-minute walk neighborhoods. And the Line's infrastructure makes it possible to travel end to end in 20 minutes with no need for cars, resulting in 0 carbon emissions. By leveraging AI technology, services are autonomous, saving you time and effort.
It's a wave of the future. It's the line. The Saudi Arabian government is unveiling these new plans for this civilization that's consolidated, good on the environment, AI, totally automated. It's the line. No need for cars or buses or any of that stuff. It's amazing. Let's watch them explain more. Before you get to pushing back on this, let's let them explain more.
Designed by world-leading architects, the line is 500 meters tall, 200 meters wide, 170 kilometers long, and housed within an elegant mirror glass facade. Intelligent solutions create efficiency and year-round temperate microclimate with natural ventilation. Energy and water supplies are 100% renewable. The line is designed as a series of unique communities, offering a wealth of amenities, providing equitable views and immediate access to the surrounding nature. With 40% of the world accessible within 6 hours, at the heart of the globe's key trade routes, a place for commerce and communities to thrive like nothing on earth seen before. The Line, the city that delivers new wonders for the world.
We're gonna get to more details of the line and the new civilization process for humans. But first, Dan, I saw the look on your face. I was gonna get to details, but I gotta get to you.
This rocks.
You gonna like, there? Are you moving? Saudi Arabia?
I'm drawing the line. How about this? I'm gonna draw the line here. I love that they are beginning this video saying, listen, humanity is unstable. We can't keep building these cities. They're talking about trying to make it more sustainable to live in the desert. Like, I'm sorry, I just can't take a lot of these things seriously, but like bigger picture, there's a thing that's happened in the tech world, and I've gotten into this for like a documentary project I'm working on, but they love, Elon Musk especially, loves to make these video concepts of this is what things could be in the future. What if we had robots implanting your brain? And it's like pornography for a type of like science nerd. Like it's stuff like junkies really love watching this stuff. Like, what about this idea? What about these big ideas that we could have? And it blends into environmentalism, urbanism, getting rid of cars. So leftists can be kind of like tricked by this too. But you have to remember, they're trying to make the desert sustainable. They're trying to make places where people shouldn't be living at these densities sustainable. And so a lot of this is just like to excite people in a big tech sense, but I also worry about planes just like flying through the glass. Like, what is going on? I love it.
About as tall as they said about Empire State Building. I can't remember which buildings they used as examples for the height. So I mean, the mirrored glass. I guess you have to start figuring these things out. A few more details, because you're just poo-pooing all over this, Dan. This construction has already begun. As you're talking about these flights, these plans for future that they're not really doing, Dan. This construction has already begun, and Saudi projects call for 1.5 million people to live in the line by 2030. About 7.5 years from now. 7.5 years, you ready? The unconventional megacity is part of the government's ambitious NEOM development project, which released conceptual videos showing the city's high walls enclosing trees, gardens, and other plant life, nestling communities among work and recreational structures. NEOM is led by Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, you've heard about that guy, who aims to diversify the kingdom's economy and help it respond to climate change. I knew that was gonna be a part of it. Is a response as environmentalists come in. The project is bankrolled by the government's Public Investment Fund. Now, these designs revealed today for the city's vertically layered communities will challenge the traditional flat horizontal cities and create a model for nature preservation and enhanced human livability. That's what bin Salman said on Monday. I think there's gonna be a certain amount of people that would be willing to. I mean, there's people that wanna go to Mars and live there too and create some kind of society in a place where humans generally can't live. So as we destroy our climate, we're gonna have to do that here first, right? But again, imagine how much it's gonna be to probably live in these types of communities, in this type of situation, if it's able to get off the ground. Because I want you guys, I don't have time to go to it, but go back to those islands. I looked them up. They were called the islands off the coast of, where was it, Dan? I know you know about this. Of the United Arab Emirates. This was like 2 decades ago they planned it. I do not remember it being that long ago. It's out in Dubai, and there's a bunch of issues with it. I want you guys to read up on it, but there's these new developments. Maybe you have to just have a full plan. You ever thought?
Yeah, people may remember the NEOM project because it's a lot of things the Saudi Arabian government's trying to do. But just to ground you in how ridiculous this is, part of NEOM is developing another moon. So don't feel like you need to go to the Mars. Don't feel like you need to go to Mars or space or anything like that. We have it right here. They're gonna build us a moon, dog. We are good. No, like I love these big ideas, but I'd like some, real ideas, some things we can actually apply right now. Because, okay, mark my words, JR, I'll bet you $500 today. Producers, write this down. $500. This city's not built by 2030. the city is a concept that like a couple people live in, where like the sewage is already leaking. There's massive wealth inequality, and like everything's breaking. If it exists, even as a demo unit by 2030, but you don't even have to pay me back if it doesn't happen. I just guarantee you, it's not gonna happen.
Leave it to a Berkeley guy to talk about. I'm gonna ground you guys in some reality real quick. And someone says something like that, you're like, oh man, I think I just messed up. There's something definitely that I'm missing here. So I fine. Okay, fine. I won't move there. Okay.
Never gonna happen. I love it though. Good idea. Good. Yeah. We should be thinking about these things to solve climate change, but never gonna happen.
Yeah. Okay. Tanned, rested, and ready. Get the Valorant.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Gotta make sure that we're even connected. I've not played Valorant in years, by the way, so I'm gonna suck.
I haven't played in a while either, to be honest. I don't even know. Where's my game audio?
I don't even know if we are.
There we go. I got my audio back.
Yeah, I don't even know if we are on the same. I don't know if like you've added me or whatever.
I haven't added you yet.
Well, we'll change that.
What's your right ID?
Let me tell you and the audience real fast. As I get
Valorant.
There we go. Compelling television, I know. I'm trying to figure out how to get the stream to work.
No, you're good.
Well, I definitely can see Valorant at least on my screen, so
That's a bonus. That was better than what you were dealing with before.
let me see if I can. Come on, man.
Come on, man.
Live streaming, folks. Live stream. What's funny is people will definitely hear the music over my stream, so like they'll know it's there. But yeah, let me look in chat a little bit. Say hi to chat. Kyle sees the thing. MMA fire. Joe Rogan is awfully weak and needs to defend him. That's really funny. And then Brave New World. 1.5 million people by 2030 though. That's why I'm like, yeah, no. If you just like rebuilt a city as beautiful as Los Angeles on the central coast of California, it's like beautiful weather, you would love it. All the housing stock in the world, so it's super cheap to live there. You still couldn't get 1.5 million people to live there by 2030. It's just not gonna happen. It's just not gonna fucking happen.
Honestly,
people have to afford to move, and everyone's broke.
Moving is a lot more really costly. I haven't played this game in a while, so you gotta forgive me my aim, okay?
Right.
I took a break from Valorant because I was literally losing my soul, chat. This game was taking away some of my soul, and we can't have that. That's not like if you don't got your soul, what do you have left?
Right? Okay. Let's. Figure Valorant.
Oh, my buttons are all weird. What the fuck?
Oh, we almost got it.
Oh, because people have been using this account.
There we go. Jesus Christ. Okay. Folks, we're almost there. Have no fear, the ninja here. Green? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Undefeated. We are in business, boys. Okay.
There we go.
1, 2, 3. Look at that.
Oh, that's Valorant on the screen. Okay.
Yeah.
Fix my camera. No.
All right. Let's get you added. Okay, so my username is Officer Kamala 69420.
Oh, great. We both have political ones. Okay, Officer Kamala 69240.
No, 69420. You know the sex number.
Oh my god, it actually worked. I hate you.
Lula wants to be my friend.
That's me.
Absolutely. Love it. So what are the controls? What are the? I'm kidding. I'm gonna look at the control really fast.
You gotta do a little glance. You know what I mean? You've been out the game for a little bit. You gotta look at a little glance.
Yeah. Also, gotta turn the mic off real quick. Basically, so I don't hear the people in chat.
Yeah. Let's see here.
Oh, party voice. Oh, team voice chat. Party voice chat. I got you, babe. All right. Okay, controls. Left mouse button to shoot. I know this is a shooting game, Caesar.
Oh. That's what this is? I thought we were playing, you know. I thought we were playing like Minecraft.
I don't know. Abilities is what I would have forgotten. So it's CQEX. All good. We're Gucci.
We're Gucci?
Yeah.
Alright.
So
I'll add you.
I'm gonna invite you. Are we gonna do? Want to do deathmatch?
Yeah, we're gonna do a little death match, you know what I'm saying? Just
Yeah.
let's do it.
No, just a little quick. Get our feet wet.
Yeah. Or we suffer? Why not?
Yeah.
Match found.
Yeah, Valorant.
So Caesar.
Oh, and you get a new map.
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay. So Caesar, how do I not get banned on Twitch?
Death
Tough
match.
question. Just
Warm up.
whatever Greek God X is doing, don't do that. First of all, whatever Andrew Tate's doing, don't do that either. Twitch, I'll say this: they're not as aggressive on like live music, Insta bans like YouTube and stuff. YouTube's kind of like buck wild. You'll get like taken off YouTube live real fast, but Twitch is like a little slower. That's how people are watching like anime and stuff for a while. But I think that the best way is obviously you need to not twerk on camera. Don't show any shoulder.
No bathtubs.
No bathtubs. No. You can do bathtubs now. Actually, you can do bathtubs. They got their own section.
Damn. Wait.
So come on, it's my first kill. Let's go.
God damn it. Cop life.
Remember, your weapon is only a tool.
Okay, so question: Why do I have a pistol?
Time for a field test.
Oh, you gotta buy it. You press B and then buy the gun you want.
Oh.
You can buy whatever you want.
Oh, I forgot.
Deathmatch is it's very progressive.
Fuck.
See, deathmatch is the reason why you can't have just open gun lock, man. It's too crazy.
Oh yeah. I forgot this is the hear people around you game. Fuck.
Yes.
Dominating.
Alright, sorry, Dan.
Went for them headshots, dude.
I'm in.
Oh, I'm back into this game. I'm back. Plug the fuck in, baby.
Back though. Back. My man was waiting for me.
I love it.
Good.
Fuck.
Come on. Hey, look, it's Dan.
Oh, come on. Fuck you, dude. Right when you said, oh, look, it's Dan, I'm like, well, that's over. Okay, I need a new gun. No more of this. Oh, no, I got a rifle?
Not even a rifle.
No, you know I'm all about that spray and pray, baby.
Yeah.
That's the Dan from the internet guarantee.
Dan's good for spray and pray.
Yeah.
Respect that.
That's what I learned in the army.
Oh, Caesar!
Can't get caught slipping.
I know. This guy's name is Craig's Kitten, and I absolutely love that. Oh,
Variable removed.
this person's, I'll assume. I literally, this map is supposed to be in Brazil, and I'm like, I don't know, y'all have seen Brazil like this. This is so nice.
Love that.
Supposed to be Brazil. Just like weirdo.
Wow. That gun should not be allowed.
Which one?
That's like 2 hits to the chest.
Oh yeah, Vandal.
Who's working that aimbot?
Me.
I'm not doing great.
You're not doing horrible. You're doing pretty good for your first time back in centuries.
I am doing the worst of people who are playing. Because I'm pretty sure the other two just, like, are not, like, active at their keyboard.
Yeah. Oh, I get what you mean.
Oh, yeah.
Hell. Oh, shoot me, you're homophobic. You're shooting me homophobic.
Oh, really? Oh, come on.
Just yell at them that if they shoot you, they're homophobic, come on. Just yell at them that if they shoot you, they're homophobic, and people instantly stop shooting you. Because it's America.
Ah. Maybe we should teach kids that. Oh, this gun's so easy.
Handle?
Yeah.
Yeah, it is. It's 30. Way better than the Phantom.
Gonna catch him all because he's Danny Phantom.
Legend. He's a Phantom.
He's a fuckboy.
He's a fuckboy.
Danny Phantom was kind of like, you know,
too cool.
Fucking around for his little 14-year-old self a little too much.
He was, you know, Danny Phantom. His Phantom version was definitely on. He was definitely on some. Wow, we got people just camping corners on deathmatch.
Yeah, dude.
Dominating.
Ooh.
All right. Where's Dan from the internet at?
Meanwhile.
Meanwhile.
No more Sova.
2 days later.
Oh, don't follow me. Oh, yeah. They never find me. So, I can do drugs on stream.
No.
No?
I don't think you can drink either. Or at least you can't be intoxicated.
Okay.
You can't be intoxicated on a stream. You can... Wait. I got a peeker here.
10 kills remaining.
Yeah.
Go! Did I get first play? No, I was way behind actually. I'm tripping.
Damn.
Hey, look, it's Dan.
Oh, God.
Oh, God, for me.
Because once you said, hey, look, it's Dan, and I was like out on the side right there, I was like, yeah, that's it.
You're like, where in concert does this man staring at me from?
No, I saw you too, and I was like, I'm not fast enough to move out. I'm just going to have to take these lumps like a man.
Got one.
Ooh.
5 kills remaining.
What?
How dare you shoot Kamala? Patriot.
I do love the counter-strikiness of this game, where it's very much
Very
like...
much CSGO.
Yeah.
That's why a lot of the CSGO pros end up becoming Valorant pros.
Woo! Oh, damn it. Where'd my Valorant?
1 kill remaining.
There we go. Ah!
I tried to avenge you.
Thank you. I accidentally... There's a button on my mouse that makes all my, windows minimize. Which I should honestly disable if I'm going to be gaming like this.
If you're navigating, you're chilling, but if you're gaming, that's a little rough.
Oof.
Jeez. Damn, this Ebro over here, 40 kills? My God.
Yeah.
Oh.
A respectable 13. It's not bad.
I'm not mad at that at all.
For the first time back. Okay. Just casually getting triple my points here. That's fine.
We'd like that. We'd like to hear that.
Oh, it looks like we're doing
Match
another
found.
team deathmatch, I guess.
Oh. Alright.
No, all good. Actually, let's...
We can quit these.
Yeah.
It doesn't penalize you.
Huh?
It doesn't penalize you for leaving deathmatch.
There's a penalty for quitting, or there isn't?
No, there isn't. Not for deathmatch.
Okay, cool. And fuck them.
Fuck 'em. We out of here. We'll
Death
play like one
match.
Valorant match. You down?
Warm up.
Yeah.
I'm thinking about getting some hot chicken tonight.
Ooh, Dave's.
Yep.
Hell yeah, in the pocket.
Been eating good all week. Time to ruin that.
Yeah. You've been eating good. Time to eat good.
Yeah, I've been eating good. Now it's time to eat real good.
Okay, so it's just it's not competitive, or is it competitive?
No,
unrated.
Unrated.
Got it. All right.
It's been out the game.
We're playing competitive now, right? Super casually.
Yeah, we're playing competitive, man. Yeah, casually competitive today.
Good lord.
Match found.
They said, "Hey, we're throwing you in right now."
Yeah. Raw dog Dan over here. Just go straight into it.
Let's see what we got here. Sage. Okay.
Hmm.
Music kind of turned up.
No. I love the Valorant music.
Yeah, it's really good. Ray's Dan said, Caesar, I'm gonna pick a character not only from Brazil, but from your hometown, from your state, from your city.
Mm-hmm.
Ray, straight out of Bahia. That's a real Brazilian right there.
Put respect on your name out here.
Put some respect.
Also known as the Black Demo Man.
Yes, also known as the Black Demolition. Yes. Black Demolition expert, absolutely. Come on, my swap. Wow. We're dodging?
Wow.
Literally unrated? What are we doing here? They must not want me to get hot chicken tonight.
Match found.
Icebox.
I haven't played this before.
Oh, really? Okay. This map's okay. I like it personally. 2 points. Handsome man. That's my kind of name.
Sweet life of Zach and Cody over here.
Really though.
Check out El Streamo. Oh yeah. I'm just looking at the chat right now. We're rounding out, having fun.
Let's see here. I can be a giver of the people, Sage. You know, I take care of the people. I'm Medicare for all. I give health to all. I heal everybody. I bring people back to life. I can be a very progressive character if I would like.
Socialize
Sage. Socialize healthcare.
Oh, thank God we just. Looks like we have a game. We are.
What do you think, homie? Little Valorant tonight?
We're attacking. Hell yeah.
Like that. Uh-oh. Oh, thank God.
Did my game freeze? Why is it taking so long?
Someone's might be tripping. It's not you. Might be someone disconnected.
Okay.
When it takes a bit, it's because someone's taking a while. You see people in the chat being like, McDonald's Wi-Fi.
McDonald's Wi-Fi in Spain should have been illegal.
Why? It was
Violated
good?
my rights. It was bad.
Oh, really?
You ever try to download porn in a McDonald's in Spain? It is one of the most I'm kidding, by the way. This is
My
not what I was
man said download porn.
Okay, mia familia. Leave the fireworks to me. Should be plenty loud.
I mean, I'm pro
for
sex
you to
worker,
have
so I was
some
kind of
fun.
down for you to be like that.
Oh, I only have 100 right now.
Yeah, the beginning. No, you don't. You have more than that. You bought a gun. I think.
Oh, I have 800. That's right.
800.
Yeah. Okay.
Beginning, we just vibing in the beginning.
Cool. So, what's the move?
Let's see where they want to go.
Time to jump.
I think we're going A.
Okay.
Fake
I got an
teleport.
extra.
Huh.
Enemy spotted A. Enemy spotted A.
Enemy A.
Right here. Reloading.
We'll catch them.
B.
Bring them down. Remove. They're blind with fear. Reloading. Grenade!
Spike
That's
down
a fake.
A.
Oh no. Oh no.
Last player standing.
Oh, thank God. At least somebody knows what they're doing.
Don't worry, big Lulu on the case. Damn, I should have got that ghost.
Oh. Yeah, that's how I got hit too.
It's my gun.
Sage, remember that you can't save everyone. We save who we can. That's enough.
Okay. Okay. All right. Bot. And
I'm gunning for chamber. Out of charges.
they don't expect us to go for B.
Reloading.
And they fucking did.
Reloading. I'll find you.
Fully smoked.
Bring them down.
Plant the spike. Molly.
Wall raised. Bring them down. Planted.
Oh fuck.
Rest. Reloading.
Oh.
Enemy beat.
Oh, damn.
3 down. Okay.
Damn. He's
One enemy remaining.
Let's
Nice.
go.
This fight isn't over until we are
Woo! Baby, look what I got.
Ooh, we got a little pistola. I mean, a rifle. Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's a pistola, right?
A little pistola.
It's a little pistola.
Little pistola. Huh? All right. Sorry, I misgendered your weapon. I'm sorry.
Pistole.
There we go. Pistole.
Oh yeah. We feeling cocky? We're going for A now?
Absolutely.
Enemy spotted A.
Not one.
Smoke's down.
They're blind with fear.
Reloading. Now we're
Bring
cooking.
them down.
You got to bomb me up, bomb down.
Huh?
Yeah, bomb.
Drop a bomb there? Oh, I have the bomb?
There you go.
Super didn't know that.
We'll catch them or you.
Enemy spotted mid.
Spike planted.
Behind me.
Player standing.
They're coming from behind. Fuck. Damn.
Yikes.
I do like the one lifeiness of this game, though. I'll always love that.
Let's ruin their day.
Yeah, absolutely.
Make that shit count, ho.
No games. This is like, you got to do it now. You got to win.
Yeah. Are we alternating? Are we gonna be predictable?
Yeah, I think that's what they want to do.
We're doing A next.
You know what to do.
Oh, we're going mid.
Oh, made it out. Okay.
Go and see.
You're done. Sorry, kid.
Reloading.
Cutting through. Launching smoke.
Reloading.
Oh yeah.
Spike planted. Gunner.
Yeah. Coming from the side. Coming from the side.
All right.
One enemy remaining.
We ball.
Let's go.
Guess just gonna keep charging A.
I'm not tired. Are you?
He wrote that in all chat. Oh my god.
Who wrote that?
He wrote that in all chat saying that the other team's chambers broke
Watch
ass
and learn.
now.
Going C. Play for picks. Going A.
You want to play? Let's play. Decoy.
I think it's a mistake to go mid again, but I mean,
Oh. Rebuttal. Eesh.
Wall raised.
Your duty is not over. Who killed me? They're dead. That's three.
Jesus.
Right here.
Spike down B. One enemy remaining.
I have the spike. Round one. Enemy defenders. Your tactics failed.
Nice, bro.
Prepare yourselves.
Oh, let's
We
go.
fight once again.
Let's protect this house.
Teşekkürler. Thank you.
Yeah. One for B again?
Let's go B.
Stay focused.
See ya.
Healing.
Who's next?
Careful here.
Enemy spotted B.
You are divided!
I'll handle this.
Get out of my way!
Enemy spotted B. Here.
Message sent.
Spike
Fight
planted.
with fear.
Oh. Oh man.
One enemy
Get
remaining.
grounded!
Come out, bitch. Where I am. Over here. Got it.
Okay, take a break, guys.
Nice, Dan.
Last
Oh,
player
yeah.
standing.
Even with numbers, anything can still happen. Remember that.
Nice job.
We love it. Do I have the spike or what? Oh no, I don't.
No, you don't.
We
You
just
don't.
does.
Red Hat's so good.
Enemy spotted A.
Where are you?
Sorry, kid.
Bring them down.
Reload round one.
Right here.
Push her behind you, Dan.
Spike planted.
Okay.
Reloading.
Smoke's down. Right.
Nice.
Down you go.
We're good from the back.
One enemy remaining.
You should have run.
Nice, nice. Let's go.
We have a system.
Stay serious here, but this
That's
is
how to
just
set
so
it
much
up.
Fun. Yes.
Run up the racks, dude.
Not bad for first game so far.
Yeah, it doesn't help when you have your team carrying you.
Keep hitting.
What?
Chill out.
Uh-oh.
Mid time.
My ult is ready.
Oh, fuck.
Oh no, behind you or so?
To the side by A.
Fake teleport.
Near, like, to the side of spawn.
Oh, I see.
If you're going mid, watch out for them.
Opponent killed.
Sorry, by A, I mean B.
Hush.
Yeah, you're solid. Just watch out for that second level.
Spike down B.
Yeah, over there.
One enemy
Enemy
remaining.
down.
Last player standing.
Oh, man.
What
Get
would
you,
it be this
Ceez.
time? Have any patterns
go.
emerged yet?
Sweetest taboo, you on rare form.
Really though.
Thanks.
Nah, man, you were talking shit.
Hard pivot to A, baby.
My ult is ready.
Let's go. Let's go.
Nightmare takes them.
Nobody.
Coming from spawn.
Bring them back. They're blind with fear.
Spike planted.
I'll find you.
Marked one.
There's a guy near We Just. Ah.
Last player standing.
Ah.
Yeah, my whole team died.
Oh, they finally got one.
Yeah. We're on a good little streak there.
Yeah.
I ain't mad at
Drink some water, reload your mags, and let's get back out there.
I need a drop.
Oh. I forget what my ultimate.
Your ultimate is a rocket launcher.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Who needs a weapon?
Yes. It's a Stark missile, so Raytheon.
L4 missiles.
Rush them.
Yeah.
Where are you?
A spike is down.
Spike down mid.
Reloading. Reloading. Grenade! Out of charges. Go get him.
I got the spike.
Abandon A. Abandon A.
Last player
Fuck.
standing.
Spike planted. Fake teleport.
Oh, good luck to our mans here.
You should run.
Oh.
Cutting through. Fake teleport.
We lost them.
Yeah, because I defused it. It's either that or die, so.
Your weapon. Or use a gun. Whichever.
I guess my man's not a martyr.
didn't want to die a hero. Can't blame him.
You're wilding, I know.
Okay, we do not want to.
Hit them when they're not looking.
We don't want to lose 3 in a row, tic-tac-toe style, right?
I would never.
Let's go to A.
Oh my god.
Oh man.
Good job, man. Damn!
Enemy mid.
Okay.
Last player standing. Spike down. Attacker
Nice,
spawn.
Dan.
Oh fuck.
Last round in the half.
Buy what you need.
Damn, that turned around real quick.
Very stupid.
Really though.
How do you use shields again?
Hmm?
How do you use shields? What button?
You shields? What do you mean?
Oh wait, no, you're right. You don't use the shields. You just like have, yeah.
You just have one.
Yeah.
You just have to buy them before.
You're just hard to kill. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
You want to play? Let's play. Who's next?
Enemy spotted B. Here.
Time to jump.
Come on, bruh.
Get out of my
Fake
way.
teleport.
I'll find you.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Last player standing.
Wow.
Spike down B.
What happened?
Flawless.
What happened?
What up?
Switching
Who am I
sides.
kidding? My knees are gonna kill after this.
We were doing and then we weren't. Bam, the answer is we're losing.
We're tied. We're tied.
Yeah. Are you winning, son? Well.
Reloading.
What's the scoreboard look like? Okay, okay. Shout out to that tab button.
Enemy spotted A.
Ah.
Ooh,
You nut hugger.
Time to jump.
This is so not good.
our teammate just disconnected. That's crazy. That's nuts. He just disconnected like that.
Bring that down.
We're down a person now. Oh my god, the reticle on this guy? What is this? Look at his
Player
reticle.
standing.
Yeah. Kind of dope.
Oh god. What? Don't encourage that kind of behavior. That's insane.
Spike planted.
Wait, where's Mans?
We don't have one.
Oh. Oh, god damn.
Oh, now he's back.
Huh? Dude, wake up. Dude, you slept through your alarm.
Dude, get off.
Oh,
here.
dude.
Dude, he's going there. You're walking the wrong way, bro.
Just
Walking the wrong way.
He just disconnected again, dude. Dude.
Anyone have any splints? I may have jammed my fingers. Multiple fingers.
Feel the L coming, but it's all good. It was a fun match.
No, it's okay. No.
Back in, Dan back on his Valorant tip.
No. We're
gonna battle back.
gonna win.
Absolutely.
Don't call it a comeback.
Oh, to come back.
Give me a back to come on.
I'm infamously a big Beastie Boys hater.
Oh.
Where are you?
You and Lisa love that. Did you see the new Beastie Boys documentary? The new movie on Apple TV Plus Minus?
Oh yeah, Apple TV Plus. It. I know everyone that has it, right?
Yeah. Wow.
Damn, I was trying to be sneaky, and I died.
Enemy spotted A.
Throw that butt out, Dan. Nice.
Do a little bit of hotel, motel, Holiday Inn over here.
Take hold.
Well, I'm about to die.
Spike down A.
Satchel out.
Whoa.
Marked one.
Spike's here. Spike is A.
Uh,
30 seconds left. One enemy remaining.
Oh man, handsome man with the wild reticle doing work. Dan, let's go, Officer Kamala Harris.
Reloading.
Okay.
Dreams are
Cool.
a funny thing. One little twist, and it all turns dark.
Now we're done with
job.
desperation hockey.
Nice job.
Let's take a guess. Take a gander.
What?
Leroy. Yeah, yeah.
Probably going B.
Little help?
Yeah, they're B.
Yeah, they're going B.
There.
I'm flanking from the back.
There. There.
Spike planted.
Okay.
Enemy B.
Goodbye.
Took one with me. They're all on site.
He said lucky. They're all on site where? Oh, well, figured that out.
We'll catch them. I'll find you. Mark 2.
This reticle's giving me anxiety.
Come on.
That's one of the most hideous things I've seen.
Time to stop.
The radical?
The reticle.
Yeah.
The reticle he has. The rad lib reticle he has.
Rad lib.
Goddamn radicals, libtards. Officer Kamala, I can't hear you.
So I think I'm definitely going to be doing bong rips. Because I have a friend who's like a weed Twitch streamer. And she just made
Oh, yeah.
She just made partner. So that's apparently allowed.
Okay, let's go.
Oh, shit.
Mark 2.
Oh, okay.
Gotcha.
I got too cocky. I got way too cocky.
A little help? Little help? A little help?
On my way.
Spike down A. Last player standing.
Oh, God.
That's right, Dad. You ready to see my story?
Spike planted.
I'm chilling, Ceez. Hold it down.
Oh. That is a gun I do not have.
Oh, you can bring your own
We're
guns?
here because
No,
we're
I'm
the
saying
best.
that's a gun like that gun's way too
Any
powerful.
of you forget
Oh.
that.
Which one is
He had a
it?
Vandal.
Oh.
I had a Spectre. I'm gonna lose that 9 out of 10 times.
Let's make them dance.
Let it be. Let it be.
Nightmare, take them! Enemy A. Marked 1.
Decoy.
Last player standing.
God, fuck.
Spike planted.
Oh my god! Oh my god, that was scary.
Homeboy was all in your grill.
Pay attention.
It
I
was
learned
in my
something.
face.
All right. Clearly, you have to change strategies.
The game is much more difficult. Oh, the guy just came back. Did you surrender?
Nah.
Never that. Never that.
I think they're going B.
We got 2 on there, so we'll rotate. Oh wait, they put an Astra Star A. Probably coming A.
Okay.
Marked 1.
At least one is.
Oh, no.
Great.
Here. Cutting through.
Nice, handsome man.
Spike down mid.
Oh, he's.
Enemy down.
Where are you? No
Come on, brother.
There.
Launching smoke.
Bring them down.
Prowler.
Right here.
Out of here.
Oh, man. We're actually putting up a fight.
30 seconds left.
There, we got our main guy
One
back.
enemy remaining.
Got a top fragger back.
Thank God.
He
Yo.
came back with vengeance. With his 99 ping.
Let them try to get through me.
Big gun beat lil gun. Big gun beat lil gun.
That's facts.
Come to the middle.
let's go.
I triple dog dare ya.
Little help?
Mm-hmm.
Enemy deep.
Enemy spotted.
Fall back. Little help?
Who's next?
Spike down mid.
Good attempt. Your duty is not over.
Who killed me? They're dead.
All right, you and Cody holding it down. I like that. All right.
enemy
Ooh.
Fake teleport.
30 seconds left.
Cody with the one-shot wonder.
What if he's going A? Oh, nice.
Now they're at B in the tunnels.
Shoot the
Incroyable.
bad guys. How's that for a plan?
Here.
Here.
It's very dumb.
Weapon here.
You know what to do.
Little help?
You want to play? Let's play.
Enemy spotted mid.
Little help?
Time to jump. Reloader.
Enemy egg there. Going A.
A little help? You want
You
to
should
fight
run.
it?
Oh no.
Little help?
Uh-oh.
Bring them down.
We found one.
Spike planted.
At A.
Satchel out. There.
Multiple enemies A. Right here.
Bomb buddy out.
Enemy spotted A. Molly.
One enemy remaining.
You have got.
Oh God.
Weird plays by our teammate, but okay. We'll take
Stay
it.
in range of my stim beacon, and we'll mow them down.
This isn't like the last. Is it the 12?
13 is the last one.
Okay.
My favorite number.
Wait, guess I'm going. Guardian.
Guardian.
Right here.
Yes. On my way.
A B to B to B to B.
On my way.
Enemy spotted B.
Yes.
Spike down B.
Enemy spotted B.
Careful here.
Okay, they're all at B.
Bring them down.
They're blind. Enemy spotted B. Marked one.
Spike is here.
Cutting through.
Reloading. You want to find it?
Last player standing.
Coming through that hallway, you get to B from A, from spawn.
Spike planted. Match
Dumb.
point.
I'll teach them to respect their
Dumb.
elders.
Well,
We tried.
ain't no woman like the
toe.
one I got. Ain't no loving like the one I got.
Try not to die.
Okay, let's.
Come on, A.
Enemy spotted.
Marked one.
Oh, there's a B.
Get out of my way.
Enemy spotted A. Open up the sky.
Fought well.
Spike planted. Last player standing.
Damn.
Thanks for playing. Well, Ceez, it was good. This is a nice little patch. This is a nice little game. Oh.
What do you do, brother?
This is a nice little scrummage.
One enemy
Wow.
remaining.
You might clutch it.
Oh, yeah, we're done.
Oh, GG.
Attackers win.
Got cut though. Well, you know,
It was a valiant Valorant effort.
yeah, valiant Valorant experience. Thank you, Ceez, for joining me on that.
Dude, another fun week, another fun Thursday episode. It's been a blast to do. I'm loving these.
Yes. Next, one of these weeks will become organization and preparedness. But no, as we start to get things and make things more interesting here, I'll bring on some guests. We'll bring on some friends. We'll have some fun videos to do. But yeah, until then, Ceez. People can find you on Twitter at We Made It Ceez, right? Instagram.
That's where I'm at. We Made It Ceez. Follow me on Instagram. We Made It Season on Instagram, Twitter. That's everything. Right? YouTube. We made it Ceez. Yes. There we go.
The other, this is third one. Rick parried that one a little bit, didn't you?
Yeah, it's just a little bit. I had to think about it.
Oh yeah. You're on Twitch, twitch.tv/Dan from the web. You're on YouTube, youtube.com/Dan from the internet. You're on Instagram, instagram.com/Dan from the internet. You're on Twitter, twitter.com/Dan from the web. Subscribe to Syndicate23, PowerPort, and Audio Face, all things we do. Syndicate23.co. We appreciate you. We love you. Check out Audio Face this weekend. Beyonce is dropping something, so that should be great. And yeah, plenty more things coming your way. So we appreciate you. Thank you, everyone in chat. Thank you, everyone watching. Thank you, Caesar. Thank you, whatever deity you believe in. Have a good night. Take care. Be blessed. Oh, that's really funny. There we go.
I was gonna say you weren't live the whole time.